If nobody is gonna give Xenoblade Chronicles the recognition it deserves for its amazing soundtrack, I'll do it. It's all good. I'll do it. I don't care. Shields up, Ironbreakers. How's everybody doing today? Y'all having a good time? Today here on this fine Tuesday afternoon, we have a lot of things to talk about. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Lots of topics, some personal updates, lots of good stuff. Warm and good. That's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. Let me pause this. It's a little bit too hardcore. Let's put on some more chill tunes. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more chill vibe. So we can all hang out and talk about some stuffs. No better birthday present than being able to listen to Rurikhan talk. Lord Snake, congratulations, dude. If it is your birthday, congratulations. Hopefully everything's going good for you, and hopefully you enjoy your celebrating your birthday. Honestly expected more dwarven subtlety. Dwarven subtlety, brother. So, first of all, as per usual at the beginning of every Con's Anvil, we salute the Thanes. Thank you very much for your support. The Thanes Kitsugi TG, Colin LaShore, and JV Doc. Tip of the hat to you, gentlemen. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me see. So, like I just mentioned, we have a lot of things to talk about. I have some personal updates. Mostly to do, if you guys remember at the end of last year, I mentioned that I was going to need to slow down a little bit in terms of my scheduling and content creation and all of that stuff. And immediately after me saying that I was going to slow down, I had one of the busiest years that I can possibly remember. It's been absolutely insane with banger game after banger game and me basically scrambling to cover everything. Currently, that streak has somewhat ended with the release of Elden Ring DLC, and I finally find a little bit of free time. And I think that I'm going to have to go ahead and slow things down a little bit right about now because the kids are also out of school right now. And, you know, it's been very hard for me to find time to do live streams and create content and do all of this stuff. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing within the next, let's say, 3 to 4 weeks or so, because my life is just complete chaos right now. Complete, absolute chaos. Did I miss Monster Hunter Wilds updates? No. I'm going to be talking about that in a bit. That's going to be Gamescom. It's mostly me talking about Gamescom, so it's not like I have news for Monster Hunter Wilds, other than the fact that it is at Gamescom and some of the stuff that I hope that I get to do while I'm there, and hopefully you guys will have some stuff that you want to talk about that too. But as I was saying, I do need to take it slow for the next couple of days, and you know, there's a lot of stuff happening. Another thing that I've been noticing, and you guys might notice it as well if you've been watching the live streams, is that I struggle to maintain my voice. This is not a joke. This is not like a bit or, oh, I'm getting old. But it's like, it has actually been a bit of a struggle because you'll hear me often if you go back and you watch like previous streams. I would say this began a little bit harsher in like the last 3 to 4 months or so, but I've noticed that I'm constantly like having to clear my throat, constantly having to take sips of water. This is something that you'll see often. Like, I don't drink water because I'm thirsty. I'm constantly taking sips of water to moist my vocal cords. And the thing about that is I've been Googling up like why is my vocal box getting like maybe a little bit worse, or what is the deal with that, or what. And the only thing that I can find that would potentially apply to me is acid reflux fucks up your vocal cords in the night, and then in daytime, you know, they require more rest or something like that. I don't know, dude, but it just doesn't feel as natural as it used to speak for long periods of time. So that's something that has me a little bit concerned. Not even like concerned in terms of, oh my god, what the hell's happening to me? It's more like concerned in terms of longevity, which is also why I want to like give them a little bit more of a rest instead of having to constantly stress out. Okay, I gotta do a live stream of this, gotta do a thing of that, gotta figure out what video to do and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely insane. But I wanted to inform you guys first and foremost because, you know, I always feel a little bit of pressure. Not that you guys put that pressure on me. I put that pressure on myself. Because, you know, there's people that are subscribing as members and all this stuff, and it's like, this is like a monthly subscription that you're paying. And I almost feel like it's unfair. It's like, oh, I'm just going to go take a break. It's like, it doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird thing. It's a very weird thing. And if anybody feels like, oh my God, Rurikhan hasn't put that much content out. If you need to drop your memberships, that's fine. I'll never criticize people for doing that. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Okay, that's just one of the things that I wanted to point out. So I need to kind of like, not even just because of the throat thing, but also just a mental thing. I need to get a little bit back into the groove, because a lot of days I've noticed that I just come in here to this space, and sometimes I'll just will sit in here for like 3 hours trying to come up with a topic for the next video that I'm going to do. And I'm just like, this doesn't feel like it should be natural. And so I feel like I need to maybe spend some time to just like more away, or at least not as concerned, not as stressed about the latest and greatest thing that is happening at any given time. Maybe some vacation. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you want to take vacation, you need to like pre-plan it, and I haven't really planned anything. I'm not a guy with a plan. The only plan that I have right now is that I'm going to go to Gamescom, which is another thing, right? Because I'm going to Gamescom, my head needs to be right when I go to Gamescom so that I'm ready to do stuff over there. But yeah, so this is something that is going to affect Final Fantasy XIV. Now, I don't know how many of you guys in here have been watching stuff over on Twitch, because I've also been doing the occasional Final Fantasy XIV stream on Twitch. And let me tell you something. There is something about, like, when I'm just talking normally, everything feels okay, right? Like I'm talking right now, I'm talking to you guys, but reading stuff on the screen, for some reason, for me, it's harder. And it's getting harder and harder. And having to read all of the stuff in the Quest of 14 is killing me. That and finding the time to stream it. So, and the worst part is I just want to play the game more. I want to play it. I want to play more. So I'm probably not going to stream the rest of Dawn Trail. My apologies. It is what it is. I wanted to, but it's like every single time that I'm there and I'm just like reading and reading. The thing that bothers me is not the reading itself, it's reading aloud. Because reading is fine. I don't care about reading. It's all good. I love reading. It's fine. But reading aloud exhausts me. That's the thing. Reading the streams got me through the worst time of my life. I'm not going to guess because the frequency of it is less. How many gamers would I find with similar ages as mine? Sure do. That's true, dude. I'm going out from a walk where I'm completely stuck. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I need to get out of here, of this office. I need to, because like I'm not kidding you guys if I'm telling you that 80%, no, probably 90% of my waking time is spent right here. sitting down here. And then the remaining 10% is split between like leaving every now and then for essential shopping and family. That's it. I think I haven't even been with my friends probably like over a month or two by now. Because of like, you know, how frequent stuff has been coming out. Which is, it's far too much. Yeah, I need to go touch grass. You're not the first I hear saying that streaming and reading is really hard. It's weird because like reading is easy. So like me reading chat and whatnot is easy. But if I had to read the chat out loud, that would be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like reading something and reading it out loud is just two completely different things. We're old people now? Yeah, tell me about it. Friggin' tell me about it. Yesterday I actually took the kids to go-karts. Because they have this this activities thing that they do at school. You know, school is over, but their school also provides like a little activities thing where they get to play with other kids and whatnot, which I think is healthier to play with other kids than just like be here doing nothing. Even though if they had it their way. Well, actually, if my son had it his way, he would rather be here doing nothing. My daughter, she's way more social. She's like, no, I want to go to school. I want to go to school, play with my friends. This is why going forward, I'm not streaming MSQ with how Dawn Trail's been going so far. Huge part is the pacing of the story so far hasn't landed. A huge amount of extreme takes as well so far. The Final Fantasy XIV thing is weird because like the beginning of the story hasn't grabbed me yet either. I'm not the biggest fan of the beginning of it, but I was also not the biggest fan of Stormblood. Like this one very much like Stormblood. I could say I would rather play Realm Reborn, which is an extreme take. A lot of people are like, what? But yeah, I liked Realm Reborn's story better than the beginning of Stormblood. Very much like I liked Realm Reborn's story better than the beginning of Dawn Trail. That's for damn sure. Do you at least enjoy these podcasts, or do you happen to force yourself for the sake of salary? I'm not sure if you mean by podcasts Cons Anvil, or do you mean Cons Cast? Because let me tell you, podcasting is my favorite thing to do. It is hands down. So like Conscast, Third Fleet Podcast, and now also Mythic Banter. This is potentially some of my favorite stuff to do. I love talking about video games with other people. Super fun. Super fun. And by the way, I got bad news. I know I said that we're going to have another Third Fleet podcast with Gaijin after the second trailer, but I've been pestering him, and I'm gonna be done pestering him. It's like, no, because you know I don't like being that guy that's constantly just like, come on, let's go do the thing, I don't think Gaijin wants to do another podcast right now, so I'm just gonna let him enjoy himself in 14 and whatever, and it is what it is. You're great at it. Your pods are great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just, I love it. I love doing podcasts. By the way, if you guys enjoy the podcast, I've been talking about this, but not everybody has seen it. There's a podcast that I'm doing right now with Akalon, Savvy Webs, and whatnot. And if you guys aren't aware, I will link you here. I think I've mentioned this in the last Cons Anvil as well. Just get a bot to spam every 2 hours or so. Bro, that is terrible. But there's currently like 4 episodes of this, and I believe that Sebi Webs is... I think that Sebi Webs is in this one, and the second one, which also is the one with the most views. See, there you go. See, like, I don't know. Sebi needs to come on more often, bro. We keep telling Sebi to come on, but, you know. Basically, this is a podcast I will record like every Friday. At least that's kind of the plan. And then it gets posted on Mondays. So this is something that we've been working on. Still very much in its infancy phase. But it's another podcast in case you guys are interested. I just noticed I haven't been showing the thing, but yeah, this is what it looks like right now. We're still working out a lot of the kinks and whatnot. Echelon's doing all of the things on the production end, because fundamentally that's one of the reasons why I had to stop doing Frozen Sodium Throne was the production. It was too much. I was like having to produce all these different podcasts and whatnot, and it was getting a little bit annoying. Also, your Gaijin's Final Fantasy XIV deal, you want to keep your customer. Bro, I should have gotten a fucking affiliate link. I should have gotten some kind of, you know, Mog Station affiliate link just for Gaijin's account, dude. I swear to God. I'd be like, hey, Yoshi P, just get me an affiliate link for this one account. I'd be making bank. We watched the podcast with Jono and Joe this morning. Yeah. Didn't know they were out. Definitely checking them out after Anvil. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's just like I love doing podcasts. I'm actually thinking about doing something since Gaijin isn't like too motivated to do another third fleet. I was already gonna do something with Ratatosker probably around Wilds, so I might pester him at some point, see if he's interested. But I'm really happy that you guys enjoy the podcast. They're also available like on most podcasting services, so like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, which is going away, Spotify. But at least Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you can definitely find most of my stuff there. We're still working on getting Mythic Banter onto Apple Podcasts because Akalon doesn't know how to operate Apple technology. Apparently he's trying to create an Apple account and he can't because it keeps telling him to get an iPhone. This is hilarious, dude. Oh man, I'm finally at the last boss for Elden Ring DLC, New Game Plus, level 325, but phase 2 is kicking my ass. Yeah, that boss is hard. We're going to be talking about that at some point today as well, by the way. Podcasting is fun, brings out authenticity in people, which makes it a fun participating and listening experience. Well, I'm happy that people enjoy it. It makes me very happy, because initially when I started doing those, I was like, bro, YouTube's gonna fucking murder me with me posting like 4-hour-long videos and shit in the channel, but they actually usually do fairly well. At least well enough that I'm not too worried about the damage it's doing. So it's this news about Wilds and Gamescom. So, for those of you that are not aware, Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be at Gamescom. So this is going to have a bit of an effect, naturally, as you can imagine, right? Because I'm going to... Wait, let me swap this over to 1440p so that it doesn't explode. I'm going over to Cologne, and bro, let me tell you something. People in Cologne, they are schmozzing people at hotels. It is insane. But I've already set everything up. I am leaving on the 20th of August, and I return on the 24th of August, which is... I think I leave on Tuesday, come back on Saturday. Now, the thing is, I don't have anything else booked for Gamescom. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I'm kind of interested in checking out, but I don't have anything else booked. So the only thing I'm doing there is Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm probably going to be hanging out at the Capcom booth as much time as I possibly can. So... if by any chance you happen to be going to Gamescom, you will probably find me there. I should be fairly easy to find at the Capcom booth. Take lots of pictures. I actually don't tend to take that many pictures because I always talk about my trip to Norway where I was taking pictures of everything, and eventually I realized that like I'm not even living the moment. I'm just taking pictures of everything, right? I'll see you there, Chief. You're coming, Ark? You're gonna go to Gamescom? Damn, I'm gonna meet Ark. Wasn't cheap back in the day, seems to have gotten worse. Yeah, I used to be able to... There was this hotel that I used to stay at, which was actually relatively cheap. I called that hotel and they said, yeah, we don't have any rooms for the year. And I was like, you don't have rooms for the year? What the fuck is going on at this hotel, bro? That was insane. Capture that booth. Yeah, sure. I'll make sure to tweet out pictures of the booth and whatnot, so long as I'm allowed. You know, big man Jono's gonna be there to beat me up if I start taking pictures of things that I'm not allowed to. So we'll see. When's Gamescom again? For the public, Gamescom opens on the 22nd, I think. Because I think that 21st is Media Day. I'm going down there on the 20th, and I'm going to try to figure stuff out, you know, as to how I'm going to get in there, the stuff that I'm going to do and whatnot. I'm going to try to book some more things. Like, I once again reached out to Hello Games because they've been tweeting about stuff. But yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be there. Now, my plan is, because I remember what it was like in Monster Hunter World, and basically I got to play the game once because the lines are going to be massive. So I don't know how many times I'm going to get to play the game, how much time I'm going to have with the game. I'm still trying to see if I can get Jono to maybe sneak me in front of the line a couple times. Like, hey, look, I'm bringing you guys the information, okay? I am actually going to try to use streamer privilege. I rarely do that, but listen, to bring you guys information, I'm going to try to do it. It is what it is. I'm going to call in streamer privilege any chance I get. No, but seriously, I was thinking that, like, so if I'm going to be playing a build of Monster Hunter Wilds, right? I'm not going to be able to focus on all the weapons. That's impossible. It'd be great, but no, you guys don't understand. These are like 15-minute slots. You get to play the game for 15 minutes, and then they come and they kick you off. That's the way that it was with Monster Hunter World, right? So, in these 15-minute slots, I'm going to try and get as much information about weapons that I know how to play. So, I'm going to check out Gunlance, I'm going to check out Charge Blade, and I'm going to check out Sword and Shield. These are my 3 objectives, okay? Gunlance, Charge Blade, Sword and Shield. These are my 3 objectives. I'm not going in there and it's like, oh, let me figure out how to play Greatsword right now real quick. Let me just real quick on a brand new Monster Hunter build, like with all of these people sitting in line, let me fiddle around with a Greatsword and try to figure out how it works, right? Let me try and figure out how the hunting horn works in Monster Hunter Wilds, right? So I'm going to try to shoot for Gunlance, Charge Blade, Sword and Shield, and squeeze out as much as I possibly can. Yeah, I know you want... No, Ark. I'm playing the Gunlance. You can go play something else, okay? You can go play something else. You can go play the Longsword for all I care, Ark. I'm playing the Gunlance. Trade offer, I get you SNS info, you get me Gunlance info. I'm going to get the SNS info. Switch axe mains. 60 posts of longsword builds. I mean, look, I'm pretty sure you're going to be covered when it comes to the longsword, because like 80% of the people that are going to go play that build of Monster Hunter, they're going to go in there with the longsword. 100%. They're jumping in there, it's like, give me my weeb stick. When do you think they'll come out with a playable demo for the public online? Were it 2 months before release? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. Because, like, I don't even remember how soon was it for the Monster Hunter World demo. I'm thinking maybe a month. Maybe not 2 months, but maybe a month. I think they're going to play it a little bit closer to the vest. Listen, here's what I'll tell you. If they've been listening to the feedback that I've been sending, they're going to play their cards way closer to the vest. But they might not. So I don't know. Now, another thing that comes with this Gamescom situation is that means I'm not sure if I will be able to live stream the opening night. Because I don't know how good the Wi-Fi will be at the place that I'm staying, and it's probably going to be crap. I'm also not bringing a real PC. I have like my fucking 10-year-old laptop that I'm taking over there. So that's probably not going to be particularly good to live stream from. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best if the conditions are there to stream it, but potentially I might just not stream it, and I might just give you guys a reaction, because I am going to take... Basically, my camera is going to be my phone. I'm not even taking, like, a proper camera. I did buy a battery pack, because I still haven't bought one, because my phone's relatively recent, so it doesn't need a battery pack. But I got a battery pack so that I can film with this, and I'm also taking, like, a microphone, so I can just film myself and give you guys my take on whatever is announced at Opening Night Live. So we'll see. Wasn't World a month before? We'll see. Well, like I said, we'll see. Because I'm hoping that they change up their marketing significantly this time around. I'm hoping that we don't get every single monster under the sun announced ahead of the game. And if they've listened to anything that I've said, that is the thing that I've repeated the most for their marketing pushes, is like, don't reveal everything. Please don't reveal everything. Please, please don't do it. Don't do it. Please. Just please. I wonder how event quests would work on Wild, since most quests will be done like an expedition. I mean, just because most quests are done like an expedition doesn't mean that you can't have the regular quest styles that we've had before. Let's be real, they aren't changing shit. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Hope they show us 40% of the monsters, 60. I hope we only get to see 30%. I'm hoping we only get to see 30% of the monsters. To me, that would be ideal. PS5 60 FPS mode. I'm pretty sure they'll be targeting 60 FPS on PS5. Ruri Vlogger confirmed. I mean, I used to do a lot of videos in my car. I actually miss doing videos like that. Maybe I'll do a couple of car videos if I feel like it. Amidst like this somewhat break period that I'm gonna, this break arc. I'm probably still gonna stream, do at least one more Twitch stream at some point for the people that, you know, only follow me on Twitch, don't follow me on here, just to set expectations about the Final Fantasy XIV thing. We'll see how that turns out. Do a hotel tour? I'm not even staying at a hotel. I'm staying at like a pension because it was cheaper, and it was 30 minutes walking distance from the thing. So I was like, fuck it. I'm probably not going to spend that much time in my room anyways. I don't need like a particularly good place to stay at. I don't care. Even the hotel that I used to stay at when I went to Cologne, it was a fucking shoebox hotel, dude. Surely you stream Soul Sacrifice for us. If they were... Listen, if they ever release Soul Sacrifice, yes, I would stream... Like, if they were to remaster it or make a Soul Sacrifice 2 or whatever, yes, I would absolutely stream it. But I'm not going to stream the PlayStation Vita version of Soul Sacrifice because that's a fucking pain in the ass to set up. Because I need to set up, like, a... What do you call those? A splitter. An HDMI splitter that strips HDCP... But because like, whoever came up with HDCP, dude, there's a special place in hell for you, dude. That's a goddamn nightmare. Actually makes the HDMI worse because you put HDCP on there, and it doesn't actually stop any piracy whatsoever. Whatsoever. I have a splitter right there. Strips HDCP out whenever I want. It's like, I have HDCP, and I have this splitter that removes it. Congratulations, moron. I paid like 15 euros for it. I actually got a cheaper version because the more expensive versions wouldn't strip HDCP. So whoever came up with the HDCP standard can go suck a fat one. Make a series of spontaneous car vlogs, call it Rurikhan's. Yeah, exactly. You discussed the Monsanto Music winner in top 10. Has that been announced? I don't remember if that was ever announced. I think they did announce it. I was probably neck deep in Elden Ring shenanigans when that was happening. What the hell is this? Characters and their relationships, and bro, this looks like something straight out of Xenoblade Chronicles. This looks like the what do you call it? The thing with that you do in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Bro, this was a long time ago. When was this announced? Jesus Christ. Oh wait, I do remember the top 10 post at least, because the top 10 post included my boy. My boy was like number 2 or some shit. Yeah, dude, I can't find it. I went past it. You sure I went past it? It's a 5-minute video. Oh, here we go. Top 10 Monster Hunter polls. Number 1 theme in their arrangement on June 26th. Okay. Number 1 in the video. Our boy. He's the best boy. Puzzle Geese. That's what I'm talking about right there. You know he's the best. You know he's the best. Who do we get next? Oh, dude, this one was so good. This one was excellent. This is like the specific version of Monster Hunter World. Bro, this was amazing. I love this fight. Also love the fact that this guy just took a crap on Safijiga weapons. Zinugru! Spark of Blue. This is pretty good too. I dig this. I love the guitar on this. I mean, this one was obvious. This one was obvious. It needed to be in there for sure. I heard you can't go to Gamescom? What do you mean I can't go to Gamescom? They'll have to stop me from going to Gamescom. I'm definitely going, dude. This fight was so epic. And here's an interesting thing about Fatalis, by the way. You know how there's a lot of people right now, because we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but you know how there's a lot of people right now that feel that Radahn is a boss that they might not be able to beat, and they're kind of upset with that stuff, which I'm not invalidating the criticisms and all that stuff. I'm not really talking about that, but it's like, I would just like to remind you guys that there was a point in time where I thought that I wasn't going to beat Fatalis. There was a point of time where I thought that I wasn't going to beat Fatalis, and I made this video. If you guys go back and watch this video, is Fatalis too hard? My conclusion, the thing that I present in this video is basically like, I might not be able to beat Fatalis. And that's okay. That's pretty much where I landed with Fatalis. I thought that like, hey, this might be the one. This might be the one that I'm not able to beat. That's fine. I was okay with it. It is what it is. There's gonna be a moment in time where because I like to play these games that are challenging, like Monster Hunter, Souls games, I make no mistake, there's gonna be a point in time, maybe 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now, where I'm gonna come upon a boss and my reflexes aren't gonna be there. It's gonna happen at some point. It's inevitable. And you know, when that time comes, it comes. And I'll play games that are easier. It is what it is. Let's continue. Romag, thank you very much for being grossing with us for 19 months. Tip of the hat. Appreciate the support. Thank you. That time will come and so will I. Okay. Then you'll stream AFK Journey? Fuck no. See Deus. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is the musical. Ting tong ting ho hey. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is badass. I remember fighting him before I knew almost anything about proper Monster Hunter. Yeah. I love the vocals on this. The vocals on this are fantastic. My two boys made it! These are two of my favorite monsters, Basilgeuse and Volstrax. Both of them made it to the mix. It is what it is. Safia is the best monster, changed my mind. I don't have to, you're wrong, Coldbrick. But I appreciate you for being grossly incandescent for 8 months as a Longbeard, you Giga Chad. Tip of the hat. Appreciate the support, Coldbrick. Thank you. And there he is. Say his name. You say his name, and there he is. I forget the version of video that they made where they were memeing on the lyrics. The Sapphire Star right there. Don't let the Sapphire Star guide your way. Hide behind the rock. This one's so iconic to me because it's the first unique monster music I think I've ever heard in Monster Hunter. First time I met Legiacris, dude. That was wild. I don't even remember what weapon I was using at that time. Because you didn't have gun lance in this version of the game. What weapon did I use? Might have been sword and... No, it was the hammer. I think I was using hammer. I was switching between hammer and switch axe. Velkhana, I'm actually not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of her track. I'll be real. It's fine, but I'm not the biggest fan. So that's like the top 9. So supposedly they said that on the 26th they revealed the other one. So so this one's the best one? Okay, so this was a compilation of the top 10 and this one was the best one. Wait. This is a remix. The 20th anniversary version. Oh, they made a remix of it. Oh, this is because they've been doing all of those jazz versions and whatnot. So they wanted to do one of those for the top one. I mean, it's nice, but I can see why a lot of you guys don't like it. It's a little bit too modernized. This remix feels in line with Street Fighter almost. This feels like it belongs in Street Fighter. Am I right? Do you guys not get Street Fighter vibes off of this remix? I'm probably going to get copyright content ID'd because there's a copyright troll that's been doing all of the Capcom tracks. That piece of trash. That fucking guy. Capcom's gonna eventually sue that guy into the fucking dirt. I hope they take his fucking pants away. But yeah, definitely doesn't hit as hard as the original track. How's that still a lot on YouTube, Ruri? I can tell you it's not because it's not for lack of me reporting every single one of those motherfuckers and contesting every single one of those motherfuckers, but somehow YouTube doesn't do shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. People think that I'm joking, but I could literally, let's say for instance, I'm mad at Ratatosker. I could go to Ratatosker's channel, steal one of his videos, post it in my channel, and then copyright claim it. And I highly doubt YouTube would do much about it. It's literally that easy. So it's like, you know, it's fucked up, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Tell us the person we mass report. I don't want to weaponize my audience like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that idea. Number one, it's not your job. It's not something that any creator should ask of you to go mass report something, because it's not. That's just not something that you should do. You should not weaponize your audience to go to bat for you or something like that. But even so, it's like it's not going to solve anything. Even if you mass report it, sure. You might get one channel down. He can go and make another one. And what am I going to do then? It's going to, hey guys, now we have to go mass report this other one. So it's like, yeah, it'll be the weekly mass report of Rurikhan. They do as little as they can within the letter of the law. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't want to weaponize my audience. I don't think that is right. If I have my battles to fight, I will fight them. If I need help, I might ask for help, but tell guys, go fuck with this dude. It's like, no, that's messed up. That's fucked up. I wouldn't want to do that. And again, I don't think it's your job. You're here to be entertained. That's what I should be providing to you, not give you guys a job to go report or go do things. Also, I should mention that I recently made a community post just in case anybody was curious about the results. I can show it to you guys here. I made a community post about cold and hot drinks. This was a hot topic. Bro, this thing has 6,000 votes. Me getting 6,000 votes, that's a lot. A lot of people actually care. A lot of people actually care. So, it's 64 to 36. This kind of shows you how divided we are as a community when it comes to on the convenience thing. I also had a post about convenience that I've made at some point last year. Let me see if I can find that. Where was it? Good Lord, what is it with these pictures? Jesus Christ. Where the hell is the convenience thing? These are all public, by the way, so it's not like I don't care. I'm looking for my... This post was a long time ago. Jesus. It should be close to here, I think. Yeah, here it is. See? You've watched my recent Monster Hunter video on the topic of convenience. What do you think about it? Too much convenience can be detrimental. The level of convenience is fine. I want even more convenience. Which, as you can see, it's the same split. It's the same split. 60-36. It's kind of the same thing we have up there, except up there, the 5% would be put up here. So it's like, there is a significant, I feel like, because usually these posts are pretty reasonable They're not like, you know, this is not 100% certainty, but it is a significant representation of the community and the overall vibe that people have. So it's like, you know, this split is pretty much the same split that we have on the cold and hot drinks. So right now we have a decent chunk of the community that just wants more of a boss rush game than necessarily a hunting game, which is fine. If that's what people want, this is fine. But me personally, I'm going to make it perfectly clear. I lean much more towards the hunting aspects of Monster Hunter than just boss rushing. You know, that's the way that I feel. Ruri, I think most of your viewers must be new to Monster Hunter. Alma, the thing is, most of the Monster Hunter audience in the West is significantly new to the series because they started with Monster Hunter World. Now, me, I started with Try, then I went back to Freedom Unite, which is where I actually learned what Monster Hunter was all about, and then I played 3 Ultimate, 4 Ultimate, Generations, and eventually World, right? So, it's like, I go back a little bit, but even I am not like a real OG. I never played Monster Hunter 1, I never played DOS, I never played Frontier, or any of those things, right? But a majority of the Monster Hunter audience does come from Monster Hunter World. So it shouldn't be that surprising that this is where things are when it comes to this. I agree with what you're saying, Yash, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. The restocking during Hunt, I also don't like it. Yeah, I think they will bring tracking back because people have reported those that got to play during the Summer Game Fest and all that stuff. Those that got to play there, they have reported that there were they didn't get to play, they got to watch somebody play. There were scout flies. So they saw scout flies. So there is going to be some element of tracking, but we don't know exactly how that element is going to work out. So we'll see. But yeah, just going back through Yellow Brick Road. Now, on a bit of a completely different topic, I don't know if you guys have any more questions that you'd want to ask me about Gamescom and stuff. If you guys want to ask me more stuff about Gamescom, feel free to do it now. But it's like there's not a whole lot to say. I'm going to be there in Cologne from the 21st to the 24th. I leave on the 24th. And I'm going to spend as much time as possible around the Capcom booth. But I'm also going to try to book a couple of more things. Like, what are some of those things? I think it'd be cool if I was able to see some type of Avowed gameplay. That would be interesting. I think that the developers from... Not developers, but somebody who does PR for Phantom Blade Zero reached out to me. I'd love to check that out. So that would be something. I reached out to these guys, the Hello Games guys, asking them if they're going to be at Gamescom. Haven't gotten a reply. Who knows? I don't remember. I don't think they replied to me last time either. This is not the first time that I've tried getting in touch with these guys and they just don't even reply. So I don't know. If they are at Gamescom and they're doing something with Light No Fire, I'd love to check it out. But I don't know. I feel like they're probably just going to release it in early access. If I had any predictions, that's probably what's going to happen to Light No Fire. It's just going to be an early access release with wipes or something like that. Are there any other games that interest you, Ruri? There's a bunch of games that interest me. The problem is, I don't know if I'd be able to schedule anything with these games. So it's like I've told you guys, when it comes to this, I just go to the wish list, right? So Black Myth Wukong, I'm not sure how my coverage of Black Myth Wukong is going to be, mostly because it comes out on the 20th of August. It's the same day that I'm leaving. So I have gotten a reply from the people who are publishing it in the West. So I've signed up to their review form and all of that stuff. Whether or not I'll get it, I don't know. If I'll get it early, I might try to do something with it before I leave. But likely, my coverage of Black Myth Wukong will be after, and I mean long after, I come back from Gamescom. Because when I come back from Gamescom, I'm coming back with a bunch of information about Monster Hunter Wilds. So I'm going to be making videos about that. And only after I feel like I've covered everything about Monster Hunter Wilds will I jump into another game. So either I play it before I leave, if they give me early access, or I'm only going to play it a decent chunk afterwards. So we'll see how that pans out. Why is Metro... What the fuck is this? Uninitialized? This is strange. Why is this here? I don't know what that is. Anyway, Black Myth Wukong Eternal Strands. I don't even remember what this game is. Oh yeah, there was another... What is this game? Oh, it's the climbing game.
So after all the legends.
Yeah, this might be something that's interesting. Oh crap, I should have been like this. Sorry. This might be interesting as some type of like game that's got climbing mechanics and you climb onto monsters and fight them and whatnot. So
My hope is that we're going.
this might actually be achievable. Who publishes this? Yellow Brick Games? I might see if I can get some gameplay in on this if they happen to be there. Hyperlight Breaker. I'm curious, but I'm not sure that this would be something that I'd be following up on at Gamescom. These guys, Clair Obscure, Expedition 33. This would be cool to check out. Tears of Metal, Avowed. And yeah, I don't know if I'd check out much more of this list while I'm there. Because there's also this tendency for me to check out too many things and then get overwhelmed. My focus is Wilds while I'm there. Genshin Impact. I don't give a damn about Genshin Impact. What? It's like Immortals Phoenix Rising. That was another game that... that was another game that was a little bit like this one that I remember, but it was just giant orcs. You tried a Monster Hunter puzzle game on mobile? Nope. I don't do mobile games. It's like legitimately if I'm playing a mobile game, I would rather be doing literally anything. I would rather do nothing. That this isn't even like, at this point, this isn't even like, oh, I hate mobile games. It's like, I just straight up don't get satisfaction from playing mobile games. Like, I'll get satisfaction playing a Switch game, because that feels nice to play and whatnot, and that has some depth, but most mobile games, I just don't get satisfaction from playing them. Will you check out the Erdtree demo? Probably not. It doesn't seem too interesting for me personally. This way you'll never get a raid sponsorship. What do you mean? I could have gotten 50 of them by now. I don't even need to like the game. They don't care if I like the game. They just want me to shill it. But the thing is, like I've always said, you guys are not for sale. My audience is not for sale, so, you know, unless it's something that I actually believe in, nah. Nah, bro. Do you always get collector editions of Monster Hunter? I rarely get collector's editions of anything. As a matter of fact, I pretty much don't. Like, the one that I got, that you guys see in the back here, that Mesmer statue. The reason I have that is because Bandai Namco offered to send it to me. They were like, hey, we want to send you a gift. I was like, oh, thanks. So they sent it over. That's the only way that because at the end of the day, one of the biggest problems is I actually don't have room like in my house. I don't have room to put statues. I don't have like a spot for myself in my house. So I just have to bring them here to the studio. And, you know, this place is already kind of messy. So I don't buy collector editions. Yeah, I got Mesmer because they gave it to me. What is Khan's Anvil news? It's gaming news and gaming discussions and that stuff pretty much. Would you have us for sale for Gunlance buffs? No, I wouldn't even sell you for Gunlance buffs, okay? No. I would not sell my community for Gunlance buffs. But yeah. That's the Gamescom stuff, so I will be there. I think there's something you can talk about Genshin, not necessarily about the game, but the recent topic of cultural representation. They've been arguing about the point. IGN made an article about it. Oh god. Why is everything nowadays about... It just seems like this is the topic du jour, right? The whole diversity, equity, blah, 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 cultural, whatnot. It's so weird, because I usually find that the people that argue like, oh, what was it did you say? You said cultural appropriation or cultural representation? Cultural representation. Because like usually when you have people arguing about cultural appropriation, usually what ends up happening is the people of that culture come in and just say, shut the fuck up. Let people enjoy our culture. Stop gatekeeping it. Shut up. Like, guys remember that lady who was like wearing some Chinese dress for Lunar New Year, and someone went after her telling her about how she was culturally appropriating. See what I mean with my voice? How she was culturally appropriating Chinese culture, and, you know, people from China actually came and said, no, shut the fuck up. It's cool. She looks great. That's fantastic. Then people are like, oh, you can't celebrate Chinese New Year. And some dude comes out, I would now give permission for everyone in the world to celebrate Chinese New Year forever. It's hilarious. A lot of people misunderstand what appropriation actually is. Shit, to be honest, I don't even know what appropriation is at this point. Because to me, I keep thinking that if somebody was to wear like a traditional Portuguese garb, I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. Wear that shit. Represent. I'd be happy. As a Portuguese man, that'd be what I would think. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude, wear that Portuguese shit. Somebody wants to fly a Portuguese flag? Fuck yeah, dude, let's go. it's a weird thing when people are like, oh man, you're culturally appropriating this. No, you're culturally gatekeeping a culture that's probably not even yours. This is ridiculous. There's a social experiment about cultural appropriation. Most of the people who says that aren't even from that culture. Exactly. But the people from that culture love you representing them. That's exactly what I'm saying. My cousin is married to a woman from Africa and wears some clothes she made. She is constantly smacking people down that try to accuse her husband. Yeah, this is... Appropriation is good depending on the color of the skin. Bro, that's God damn, bro. Such a weird thing. You know, when it comes to that topic, specifically like the topic of racism, usually the approach that I try to take is the approach that Morgan Freeman suggested in some interview. I remember watching and I was like, you know what? He's got a fucking point. Which is Morgan Freeman just says, just fucking stop talking about it. There, done. So usually I just like, you know, I just treat everybody with respect. And if I find that they're not worthy of respect, then I stop treating them with respect. That's the way that I do things. I try not to assign preconceived notions to people before I get to know them. Oh, did you guys see the Ubisoft thing where apparently they used Zoro's sword from One Piece for in a Yasuke as a display for Ubisoft's Yasuke for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Did you guys see that shit? Dude, I was like, bro, there's no way. Those motherfuckers went to Amazon and probably found like the cheapest katana they could buy. Oh my god, dude. Fucking Zoro from One Piece, exactly. That was hilarious. When I saw that, I was like, Ubisoft, never change, brother. Never fucking change. It's so ridiculous, dude. It's so ridiculous. Ubisoft is very much creatively bankrupt, in my opinion. They've got nothing. They've got absolutely fucking nothing. Bro, they're a meme at this point. Very much so. So, anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Light No Fire. So, Sean Murray, over here, starts setting the world on fire, even though the name of his game is Light No Fire, but motherfucker keeps lighting fires everywhere. That's what he does. Like, what the fuck is this, Sean Murray? He just tweets out a planet. Then he quote tweets himself, tweeting out a planet with 3 planets. And then he reposts his tweet of a planet. And then he quote tweets. No, and then he reposts the quote tweet of the 3 planets quoting the tweet of the planet. And then he posts 3 planets again. And then he posts 3 planets with a meme face. And then he reposts the last 3 planets. What does this mean? What does it mean? Yeah, I think Sean's been touched by the 3 fingers. Sean's just going like, let chaos rule the world. Let chaos rule the world. That's what Sean is doing, dude. What the fuck? This mother... Like, what's the engagement on this shit? Look at this fucking 5,000 likes, 300 retweets, 6,000 likes. Like, look at this. This motherfucker, look at it. Just farming Twitter engagement with nothing. I hate him. Why does he do this? Oh my God. The depths of your foolishness. That's it. We need Egon in here. Curse you, Sean! Tough of hide you might be, Sean, but I will riddle you with a hail of harpoons. You're jealous you can't get that engagement with one planet emoji. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. Fucking watch me. Where's the planet emoji? What the fuck? Do you call it what? Earth? Yeah, it's Earth. There. And now I'm gonna at him too. There. There you go. Boom! That's right! I fucking did it! There you go. You'll see. You'll see. That's what we should do. We should tweet planets right back at him. That's what everybody should do. Tweet. No, actually, don't do that. I'm joking. It would be funny though. As I go on one big thing about I'm not going to weaponize my audience, but you know what? We should tweet planets at Sean Murray. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway, for those of you guys that might not remember what Light No Fire is all about, I have the trailer here. We can watch it together. Real quick. You're insane. Think of the consequences. I never think of the consequences of my actions. I just do things. And here's me getting this video demonetized. Really, don't you think it's crazy? Wilds has 2 million views and this has 17 million? No, this has more mass appeal. Skeptical because of the melee? You think it's going to be like Skyrim? I have no idea what it's going to be like. I'm curious to see. I do hope that the flight has physics. Is this like an MMO? Brother, nobody knows. Nobody knows what this is actually going to be like. Whatever it is going to be insane. So I'm super pumped about it. I definitely want to check it out. But anyway, there's an article that they've made about this. I haven't seen what the article is yet, but let's see. This is from Games Radar. This is basically them reporting on the tweets from Sean Murray. We're about to get some news about Hello Games' upcoming open world survival RPG Light No Fire. You'd certainly think so, looking at studio co-founder and managing director Sean Murray's Twitter page, as well as the excited replies from fans responding to his latest series of tweets. Light No Fire was first announced during the 2023 Game Awards. According to its Steam page, it's set on a fantasy planet the size of Earth and will combine the depth of a role-playing game to the freedom of a survival sandbox. There's still a lot we don't know about it, including its release window and platforms, PC aside, but fans are hoping that Murray's recent Twitter activity might point to something. Over the last 3 days, Murray's been posting an increasing number of planet Earth emojis and hasn't elaborated any further. Yeah. It's like the meme. Posts planet Earth emoji, doesn't elaborate, leaves. That's the meme. This can actually take place in the same universe as No Man's Sky. It can. It very much can. Well, come on. Release my over the last 3 weeks, posting an increasing number of planet Earth emojis has elaborated any further. Heads were already turning when he posted the first one, with fans theorizing that given that much of Light No Fire's marketing up to this point focused on comparing its world to Earth, calling it a fantasy Earth and unexplored Earth, amongst other things on Steam, it may be a hint that the announcement is coming. Despite the rampant speculation in this tweet's replies, Murray has since doubled down. No, he's tripled down, quote tweeting the post following day with 3 Earth emojis and posting another 3 a day. Then a few hours ago, he posted a cute text face with an Earth for each eye, gesturing towards a 3rd one. Oh, needless to say, fans are being driven wild. Please be a Light No Fire thing. I need it when Twitter writes. With the amount of teasing, it's definitely not regular No Man's Sky update. Light No Fire, here we go. So does this mean anything? We still don't know. Of course, it's a big nothing burger. It's like you got as much out of this article as what I just said when I started describing what was happening. You got the exact same thing. Oh, man. Have I missed the Final Fantasy XIV talk? The Final Fantasy XIV talk, Sanji, is mostly that I'm probably not going to finish streaming it because I haven't had as much time as I wanted to stream. And also it's wearing down on my voice quite a bit, so I'm probably going to play the game in my own time. It's getting out of control. Now there's 3 of them. The original quote of that says, now there's 2 of them. But that's fine. But yeah, that's Sean Murray and Light No Fire. Like I said, look, I messaged their PR person. I said, hey, you guys going to be at Gamescom? I'd love to chat. But, you know, whether or not I'll get a reply, we'll see. But I always try to get in there. Dude found the Earth emoji and people think this means anything. It probably does. He usually likes to fuck around with Twitter. After all, it's a survival game, don't expect too much combat complexity. Yeah, I don't expect the combat to be too complex. I'm hoping they'll supplement that with lots of content, so we'll see. They'll respond. Yeah, imagine if I just get an email back and it's an Earth emoji. Bro, that'd be hilarious. If they were to actually do that, just reply with an Earth emoji, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. Just reply to me with an Earth emoji. It's better than no reply. What's the next game you're playing? I missed it. I was late. I'm going to stream Kunitsu-Gami on... I'm going to stream Kunitsu-Gami on Thursday, I think is when the embargo lifts. I'm actually not sure. It's either Thursday or Friday, but one of those 2 days I'm streaming Kunitsu-Gami. Kunitsu-Gami is probably going to be like more of a one-time stream thing because unfortunately it doesn't seem like people are that interested in the game. I was actually very surprised. We only got like 3,000 views on my review, which is not really a full review because I only got to play 15 hours of the game because, you know, busy, kids in vacation and all that stuff makes it very hard to play the game. This is the footage from my review. But I really like the game. So I might be playing this in my own time or I might be streaming it depending on how many people show up for the stream. But the game is fun. I like it. Is that the new Capcom game? Yeah, this is Kunitsu-Gami. Do you guys have any questions about Kunitsu-Gami as well? Something that maybe I haven't explained properly in my review of the game. The one thing that I can't tell you right now is game length because I don't know how long the game goes. I played 15 hours. My vibe is that probably for a majority of people, this is going to be like 30 hours, maybe a bit more. Depending on, you know, if they have like some type of twist at the end that gives you a reason to replay additional levels. But my prediction would be between 30 and 40 hours for most people. But I could be wrong because also I'm not particularly good at strategy games. So maybe somebody who's better at strategy would be able to go through the game much faster. I believe it's one player, right? Yep, it's single player. I think it's because people know much about it and following the gameplay. You mean don't know much about it? I mean, the good thing is that there's a demo. I think it's really good that this game has a demo because that way people can test it out because it is a very hard game to explain. How's the difficulty challenge? It can get challenging. It's like the problem with me talking about the difficulty of this game is that because this is a strategy game, a lot of this is a puzzle. So if you go into a level, let's say, and all you use is Axeman, the game is going to feel way harder for you than if I go into that same level and just use Bowman. Because, as per usual, Bow's overpowered. It's like, look, it is. It fucking is, okay? Okay? The Bowmen are overpowered. It is what it is. My Bowmen are always maxed the fuck out because they shooty bang bang the fuck out of everything. They're beasts. Alright? But basically that's the point, right? Depending on the units that you invest points into, the game can get much harder or much easier because a big part of the game is a bit of a puzzle. So it depends. But I would say there's challenge in there, particularly in the boss fights, figuring out the right puzzle of what should be the troops that I bring into this specific boss. That can get pretty challenging. The demo was fun. Yeah, I liked the demo. I thought it was pretty good. And I like the game even more. The game's really good. It looks like a very pretty game. It is. The art style of this game is actually gorgeous. I do have to say, the game is locked at 60, at least currently. I don't know if that's something that they plan on fixing, but right now the game's locked at 60, so you can't go any higher than 60. So I don't know if that's like a deal breaker for some people or not, but it runs pretty smooth at 4K. No issues on my 6900 XT, no issues on my 7900 XTX, so, you know, probably will run smooth on a lot of systems. This music is from Monster Hunter. This is like from one of the villages. I don't know exactly which one, but these are mostly just village music. You don't need 144 for this game. No, you don't. You don't. 60 is fine. I'm just saying that for a lot of people, like, especially when it comes to PC, they want 120. So I'm just making sure that people are aware. Right now, in the review version, I couldn't get that. I'm glad there are still publishers willing to make games like this. Yeah, this very much feels like a AA game, but the level of... it's like a AA game with the level of polish of a AAA game. Because the animations are so good. The animations are fantastic. The visuals are fantastic. It's just the scope of the game is the thing where you can see that, like, okay, they're just doing these couple of stages, then there's boss fights, then there's base building, and there's a couple of quality of life things that I wish they would add. Like, you have to individually select each of these villagers to change their roles and stuff like that, and I wish that there was just like a list that I could just go to that'd give me like, okay, here's all of your villagers, choose what role you want for each of the villagers. That would be better than having to run up to each of the villagers individually and whatnot. And there's a couple of more things. I talk about that in my review. Not sure I'd buy it for 50. Yeah, I can understand that 50 might be like a tall order for some people, but at least it's not 70. Which I don't think would have made sense at 70. For 50, I can see it, but I can also see this being like a really solid pickup when it goes down to like $29.99, like you mentioned. I think at $29.99, it's a really good value proposition. Do you think if 4U got ported, it would be an Insta-stream, or would you play it on your own time? Insta-stream. Anything Monster Hunter is Insta-stream. 100%. Are you saying you reviewed a game you didn't finish? I didn't review it. I said my opinion on it. I never use the term review unless I finish it. Never, ever, ever use the term review unless I finish it. But I can say my opinion on a game without finishing it. but I wouldn't call that a review. Even though, for all intents and purposes, I do all of the things that I would have done in a review, but I refuse to call it a review. Capcom shill. Yes, I am. Now what? Tummy giggles. Yes. I feel it would have a similar reception to Okami, somewhat niche but decent following. Yeah, I hope it sees some success, because it's nice to see them take these risks on games like this, and I think the game's a ton of fun. Playing it on Game Pass? Is it going to launch on Game Pass day one? It's definitely coming to Game Pass? Has that been confirmed? I mean, I hope people get to play it on something. Okay. That's cool. Then definitely check it out. If it comes to Game Pass, I would definitely recommend it. As like super easy. It's because it is quite unique. I'll tell you guys that much. It is quite unique. There's not a whole lot of games that play like this, I feel. Seems like a good fit for Game Pass. 100%. It's fantastic. This is actually... I wasn't aware that it was coming to Game Pass. This is perfect for Game Pass for sure. Even though it means that you probably won't see a whole lot of sales for this game on Xbox, because I feel like people probably just binge play it. But I had a lot of... I particularly like these dudes. Like, you see this guy over here? The sumo wrestlers? They're so cool. They're the tanks. Like, you see him just, like, stomping the ground? He basically pulls aggro of everything. And so usually, every stage that I go into, there's at least one sumo wrestler always there. He's the tank. Just tanking the shit out of everything. What a Chad. I miss playing games. You haven't been playing a lot of games, Chief Hellhunter? I'm sorry. I'm assuming it's a time thing. Yeah, finding time is rough nowadays. But yeah, so that's Sean Murray. That's Kunitsu-Gami. I want to check out this video with you guys. I started watching a little bit of it, and I was like, bro, we gotta watch this on stream. So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and link you guys the video. You can all go like it, do all the things, and then we're gonna react to it. I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but make sure to go in there, like it, all of that stuff. If you enjoy this type of stuff, you can subscribe to the channel or whatever. But I need to take a quick bio break first, so don't go anywhere, team. I'll be right back. The Anvil will guard me. What should I play after beating Elden Ring? I have post Elden Ring blues. I've already played every Monster Hunter and From Software games as well as Dragon's Dogma. What do I do? Help? Play Remnant 2. D-Tizer Pud. Play Remnant 2. That's the one. That's the one you gotta go play next, dude. Okay, so like I said, this is a video from Top Gaming Plays. Top 50 Elden Ring DLC Rage Moments. So let's check it out. I'm sure that this should be very interesting. Hey, what the chair? What did the chair do to you? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I can understand breaking a keyboard, all right? Listen, the keyboard I can sympathize with because sometimes keyboards, they don't do your inputs right. You know, they fuck something up. You know, it's like, listen, I can understand the keyboard, the controller, even though I don't condone it. I never do this type of shit. I don't do this. But the chair? Is the chair why you lost? You lost because of the chair? Like, what? The webcam? Basta is that's enough in Spanish, by the way, for those of you wondering. So she's just mad. Desks? Can I get my souls? No, okay. Can I get my souls? No,
Hi,
okay.
My name is Dom, and welcome back to Top Gaming Plays. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed today's video, and submit your clips using the link in the description. So let's get into it.
Submit my whole playthrough of this man. I love how his heart rate's going up. Look at that. 112, 113, 100. Jesus fucking Christ.
Dodging. I swear to God I'm dodging. I'm dodging, bro. I swear to God I'm dodging, bro.
See, this is what I could do if I was a successful streamer. I could break shit. No, I probably still wouldn't do it. I don't like breaking things. It doesn't give me any particular pleasure to break a piece of electronics.
Why is my dude not rolling? I'm sitting here pressing the roll button. I'm sitting here.
Get him! My table's really solid, so it's fine.
Und wieder hat mich mit einer Sache.
Bro's about to start the Fourth Reich. What the fuck? So I'm just curious, right? How does this help you? How does this help you?
Wieder hat mich mit einer Sache.
How does this help you?
What?
It's like Sony's watching this clip right now and they're like, fuck yeah, bro. We're going to get you on the back end. Don't you? Either Sony or Xbox, whoever made that controller, dude, smashed. They're looking at that and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, this Elden Ring game making us a lot of money. Helps on the inside. Oh my God, it's another 80 euros. Yeah, dude, look at his heart rate. Oh yeah, look at the death counter, 1,065. But like, look at his heart rate. It's about to have a heart attack. 148? Sitting down? I need to get one of these because sometimes my heart rate also gets really elevated when I'm doing bosses. I need to get whatever app they have that does this shit. This could be funny to have. I'm sure mine also fucking skyrockets for sure. Yeah, I've seen the patches mod thing. Get him, Kai. Get his ass. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You got this, Kai. 100%. Maybe not. The table? The fucking table, dude. smash everything. If you got one of those, you'd be so paranoid you'd give yourself an actual heart attack. Might happen. Might happen. Oh, this one doesn't have a face cam. Oh wait, this is Moon. Oh, he's got this. Why do we have Elder Scrolls music? Wait, was that a one-shot? Wait, roll that back. 2,694 deaths? 99 deaths to Skibbity Avatar? Oh no! Oh, look at the health! Look at the health! That magic pixel, man. That fucking magic pixel. Woo! Is that a level 1 run? Might be. I don't do those. That sounds like super frustrating. Hell no. Silence,
Mesmer
frontal
in
lobe,
particular
panic
is
roll is
causing
talking.
some frustrations.
Oh man, we didn't kill Mesmer on my last stream. I got rocked.
Love it, man.
This is this is not healthy. Like when you get to the, because he's not. It almost doesn't feel like he's even playing it for the
Mesmer
camera.
in
Because you know that a lot of these are being played up for the camera. Like I have no doubt that like even though Kai Cenat is upset, like he exaggerates. I feel like he exaggerates a lot of stuff for the camera. But this one doesn't even feel exaggerated, right? Like look at him. He's just fucking mad. Like he's just mad.
Love it, man.
Fucking hell. It's so visceral. It was immediately like, it's like the rage. God damn.
In the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
So in order to play the DLC, you must have first defeated Mog. For many, that's leading
she's
to
got
an
this,
inordinate
100%.
amount of pressure.
She's got this. I mean, look at it. It's done. It's done deal. It's done deal. 100%. Come on. No, you got this. No. Oh, she's the one with the chair. What did the chair do to you? I still retain, like, what the fuck has this chair done? The chair didn't, like, again, I can understand smacking the desk because it's right there. I guess the chair is also right there, but like, you know, punching the desk, throwing the controller. She was so happy.
Like this.
She was so mad, dude. Like she is actually mad. Look at that face. Look at that. Look at the screams.
Like this gonna make me lose my I swear to God! They gonna make me lose my in this bitch! I swear to God! You motherfucker! What the do you want from me? What the?
Okay, so you see where the problem is? Why are you playing this game? Why are you playing this game on a keyboard and mouse? You know, it's like you're playing with keyboard and mouse. That's playing it up. Yeah, this one might be playing it up. He doesn't seem that mad.
What the do you want from me? What the?
Yeah, he doesn't like the other guy. I love the sound on Windows though. The Windows sound just really sells this clip though. The other guy seemed way more mad than this guy. Any year, custom calendar. Windows is setting up his fucking schedule. I just want to remind this man, God was watching. Okay, look, God is sitting right there watching you. He's like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? It's not worth it. Oh, Rolana.
Thank you. I deserve it. I deserve it. I've been a bad boy. Keep spanking me, Rolana. Keep spanking me.
5 minutes later.
No way I'm bad at the game, right?
Wait,
I am.
did you actually, Asmongold, did you actually think that you were gonna jump from here to there without even running? What? What was this?
No way I'm bad at the game, right? I am garbage. I literally hate myself. I'm the biggest piece of shit this world. Oh my.
So dramatic.
I was still clueless.
He made one bad call and he's like, I'm the biggest piece of shit in the world? Jesus Christ, for one bad call?
Who the f
Is that guy? Is that Gaius? Well. Your day has come, pal. Watch
Oh.
this. The parry god arrived.
The parry god arrives? You're gonna parry Gaius's charge? I don't think so. I don't think you're doing that.
What?
$30 subs. Let's get those 30 subs in, yeah. Another display. Your display. Suck my. Display. Suck my. How about that?
Was that his sponsor? I think that was his, because why would he have this plate there if it wasn't like a sponsor? Isn't this the guy that did the no-hit run from the original from Demon Souls all the way up until Elden Ring? It was him, right? He's one of the guys that no-hitted the whole games back to back. I think it was him. Yep, that's Happy Hobby. I'm sorry. He doesn't look very happy. He doesn't look so happy to me. He looks pretty fucking upset. Holy shit.
30 subs. Let's get those 30 subs in, yeah.
Wait, is he like resetting every time he gets hit? Please tell me this is not a no-hit run. If he's trying to no-hit the DLC, oof, fucking shit. I'm not doing that. If you look inside him, you see hellfire and eternal damnation. Jesus Christ.
Another display.
Fuck this plate. Oh my god,
Display.
bro.
Suck my. Display.
You guys know, you guys remember how, I don't know if you guys remember, because I was doing, I think I did this on Twitch. I did a reaction to a Preach interview. This was a big deal around one of the World of Warcraft expansions, one of the really bad ones. But I reacted to one of his interviews, and then I ended up using his Displate link to buy a gift for my father, because I said I was going to buy a Displate through him because of that interview. It's actually pretty good. My father liked it, so, you know. Hey, Displate, would you like to sponsor me? I'll take the Displate sponsorship. No, I'm just
Suck my.
How about that?
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, he's getting chunked. How many skidoos? How many skibbity fragments does he have? Oh, there he goes.
She got magic too.
She got magic. Oh yeah.
Can I get my souls? No, okay.
The way that he was just like, can I get my soul? Good. Can I get my souls?
Can I get my souls? No,
No?
okay.
Okay. That doesn't seem okay. Like, this guy seems legit mad. This is not good for you, dude.
No! No! No!
I mean, what did you do?
What attack is this? I haven't seen this attack yet!
It's Volstrax. It's Volstrax Radon.
What the f***? Where are you?
Oh no!
I'm finally doing my best run and he disappears!
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Hey, isn't she the one who got hurt at one of the TwitchCon things? Because they had like a 2-inch thick foam thing? It's her, isn't it? Yeah, it's her, Adriana Chechik. What happened to her again?
Disappears!
My brain was busy recognizing her.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
That was the reach on that. Nah, she's playing it up. She's playing. No, you're playing it up. Sorry, Adriana. Yeah, nah, bro. She's straight up playing it up.
Void of light.
Wow, what a bitch. Okay.
In the embrace of mesmerism.
All I have to do is make it to second phase, make it past that ability where he does the...
That guy, listen, this guy is the one who's legitimately the most mad about all this.
What a bitch. Okay.
This guy right here, he's the one he's just really mad. He's the one who is actually mad. The most mad person in this whole video compilation is this guy.
To second phase.
She's a master in faking. You guys are fucking savage, dude. What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
Make it past that ability.
Yeah, this Casio guy, he's just actually mad. I mean, that's funny. The Solution TV? Bro, tell me you have Lion's Claw. There you go! Wait. That's not the solution. Making sure it's that he's still got... There were pieces flying off all the way over there. Oh, Adriana's back. Oh, you got this 1,000,000%. Look, he's got no health. Oh no! Oh no!
Creature, embrace thine oblivion.
Not the grab at the last second. Oh no! Who could have predicted this?
That's funny, that.
Ah, the happy hop seems
So
in better
funny,
spirits.
dude. No. Off!
Never
No,
mind.
F off, right? Here's why. Here's why you should f off.
Okay.
I can't roll that there because I'm getting
He's also mad. Happy Hob is also mad. Dude. Hey, let me see what he's talking about. What mechanic it is. Wasn't it the AoE? The gravity AoE that got him?
That's funny, that.
Oh, you rolled back. You can't roll back. You have to roll into it. I'm pretty sure, right? That's how you dodge this one. You roll into it, but you rolled back. So yeah, now you're stuck and you're going to get hit again. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes. Oh. The follow-ups. The Mikola follow-ups. Yep, they're fucked up, bro. They're fucked up.
So funny, dude. No. Oh!
That's what you get for using a fucking longsword, Happy Hob. That's what you fucking get. That's what you get. That's right. You're wearing one of those new great katanas? You died? Good.
No, f off, right? Here's why. Here's why you should f off. I can't roll that there because I'm getting
For somebody with happy in the name, I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I get upset a lot. Like, listen, I get on tilt. I get on tilt just like they do. Look, I get on tilt just as much. It is what it is, but that's why I don't call myself the happy Ruri. I'm just plain old Rurikhan. Sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm not. Okay? Little Rager girl. Oh no. Oh, it's Romina. Romina's not that bad.
Suicídate, tío, de verdad. Qué barbaridad. ¡No puedo! ¡No! ¡Basta! Voy a por el otro mando, tío. Basta ya. No lo soporto más este mando. So much so I don't...
She says, I can't take this controller anymore. I can't take it. I need a new controller. I can't take this controller anymore. So, you know, listen. I'm not even going to be mad at that because I will say controllers this generation fucking suck dick. That's a fact of life. It is what it is.
So much so I don't remember how they work. I gotta...
Yes, that happens to me all the time. All the time.
I didn't even want to open the message. I didn't even...
It's our boy. You got this, Aslan. Oh, maybe not.
The grace of God shall all meet death.
Maybe not.
In the embrace of mess.
Because he's got a full health and you only have 8
Jesus
flasks.
Christ.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh my god, bro. This is brutal, man. Every fight is like this.
Oh, yeah.
These hacks are insane. Yeah, it's just... this might just be too much for me, bro. Like, I'm...
He's timing out his rolls.
He just does this. He just does this like... And he's like...
I love the play-by-play. That's great. Give in to your anger.
I like that right there. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do.
In the embrace of mess.
Yeah, embrace it.
Yeah,
embrace the flame. Embrace it.
Oh, force him. Oof.
I can't turn my camera! Huh?
In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
There's
out.
no, there's a sensitivity thing for the camera.
$40,000 DLC, by the way.
$40,000?
I can't do this no more, bro.
You guys, I don't know if you guys follow Kaisenat or not, but at one point he brought in a fucking therapist. I was like, this is peak content. The therapist is walking him through his mental block. He's going like, I have things that I want to go do, but I can't, because I have to finish this. It was so good. Oh my god. A therapist? Yeah, he brought in a therapist. It was great. It's peak peak content, dude. Casting spells.
Every time I just die. Every fucking time.
How did they get these tears though? Was he like pouring it into his eyes, or are these actual tears? Because I can't cry on demand, bro. That's a fucking skill to be able to cry on demand. Bro, I need to be able to cry on demand. That'd be great.
Throw his hand, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's okay. Dodge it. You're fine. No, you have to delay that one. You have to let him land, and then you dodge afterwards. You have to give it a bit. Uh-oh. Second phase. No, don't panic roll. Ooh, the panic rolls worked. Is he light rolling? No, because he's got heavy armor. That's medium rolls. Uh-oh, the stagger. The stagger. Yeah, the stagger.
I'm not supposed to beat this.
Damn. I'm surprised I didn't even die that many times to Mesmer, I feel like. On my first run.
My days! Wait. If that hits me, after this animation, I'm gonna snap.
Uh-oh.
I will not suffer.
You're so annoying! How does that work? What is this game?
How is that hitting me, man? Fix the game! How is that hitting me? That's unbelievable.
Oh my god!
Oh, how close was that, Ko? Oh, that was the magic pixel! That was the magic pixel, Ko. Oh no.
FFXIV.
Jesus, she's just getting trampled.
I don't know which way is the right way, where I'm supposed to go. We're just gonna do this.
Who saw that one coming? Who saw that one coming, dude? You know, I almost felt that. If you go to my video where I get to this part the very first time, I actually ran right through it, but because I was sprinting, I made it across without falling, because that gap is so tiny that I don't know if it's because I was sprinting at a certain angle or what it was, but like I was able to go right through that without falling, and I was like, wait, what? I was super surprised. When you're mad, you miss those pitfalls. Yeah, bro was lost, but it's like this DLC does have a lot of maze-like environments. I felt like what he was feeling quite often. I was like, bro, I still have to go explore this thing, and then explore that thing, and then, you know, I got lost often. Now you got this, bro. Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh. No. You guys want to know why that happened? You guys want to know why that happened? Oh, no. Wait, let me go here. Watch. Oh, no. Look at what you did. Oh, no. You spent all of your stamina. Oh. You don't have any stamina. Now you can't riposte. Relana, Cavalera de las Luas, the night of the twin moon. Arco Pedrillante. Fuck is that? Lika desde do cão de caça. Where my Portuguese homies at? Delicadeza do cão de caça. Oh my god. That means the softness of the hunting dog. The softness of the hunt dog. Delicadeza do cão de caça. Anyway, yeah, the reason he wasn't able to repost because he was out of stamina. And by the time the stamina came back, she was getting back up, so no counter. There's a perfectly reasonable explanation to that. Just kill her! Just kill her! What are you doing? Kill her! Hermano, por que não la matas? Well, oh no, wait, he's actually Portuguese. Você morreu! Oh my god, dude. He's Brazilian Portuguese. I thought that this was Spanish, but no, he's Brazilian. That's why it says Helena Cavaleira das Luas Gêmeas. I was like, this doesn't sound Spanish. Delicadeza do cão de caça. Vito Vini. Você morreu! Morreu, cara! Tá morto, né? E aí, galera? Você morreu! It's like I'm watching a soap opera from the 90s. Because that's the type of soap operas that we'd get in Portugal. It'd be Brazilian Portuguese soap operas. V Swede. Man, he's really focused in. Oh, bro, 1,000,000% you got this. I mean, look at the health. Boss has got no health. He's got this. How can you change your accent so quickly? What do you mean, between Portuguese and Brazilian? Because Brazilian is Portuguese except easy mode. Brazilian Portuguese is like Portuguese, but in easy mode. It's actually nuts how American you sound, to be honest. Like I said, it's mostly because of how much I watched Star Wars. I just picked up on that natural American English. He has a nice smile. He does. Like, look, he's optimistic. He's going to get it done. Like 1,000,000%. Look, Bob's got no health. It's done deal, bro. You win. Good job. Oh, bro, just one more of those for sure. Just drink your mana potion. Where's your mana potion? Bro, you're overthinking. No, just hit him once. R1. What? R1. Bro, R1. What are you doing? No. Just fucking R1! The panic! The panic! You see how much he panicked, dude? He was like, no, I need to kill him with the fucking Ash of War. I gotta get him with my spell. It's like, bro, just walk up to the mob and hit him once. You're fine. That's fucking impressive. The voices, they're getting to him. See, his smile doesn't look so wholesome now, does it? Like when you get up to this moment, that smile doesn't look so wholesome, right? Right now, this smile actually looks like serial killer smile. That's the smile he gives you right before he slits your throat. That's what he does. I refuse to believe you lost this match. There's no way you could choke this bad. Oh, I've done it. I've fucking done it. Joker smile? Yes, serial killer smile. He's about to go murder someone.
Cinema, dude. Cinema.
It is. It is cinema. Bro, those dodges are on point, except you got hit by literally everything. Those dodges were on point, but you did get hit by pretty much everything. Just lay on the ground for a little bit. You'll be fine. It's okay. Maybe not. How long have you been at it? Okay, that's fake. That's fake. Right? You going into the ground I could buy.
Thanks
Those
so much
screams
for
are
watching,
fake.
guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video.
That was pretty cool. Wait, there's another one? Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I'm not going to watch the dude's whole catalog. That was pretty funny. Make sure to leave this guy a like. That was pretty awesome. Good job. So, there's obviously been a lot of conversation about the difficulty. I don't want to like retread that ground because I feel like I've talked about it too much to the point where I'm kind of like burning out of arguing the same things, because I feel like a lot of people are playing Dark Souls and Elden Ring, and I understand because like I had that conversation with Rata, and I understand that like a lot of people want to do these bosses without summons. I get it. But fundamentally, there are summons in the game. They are. And the game is going to be balanced around those summons. That's not to say that you can't do it without them. You absolutely can do it without them. You can do those fights without them, and it's been proven. Plenty of people have done it. But you're going to have to be much better than someone who is not using the summons. That's kind of like where I land. And it's a very strange back and forth that's been happening in the community. I'm actually curious where you guys land in here. I'm not going to tell people that you're wrong or that you're not. Like I'm past all that. Like I'm done. But I do want to ask you guys, is the DLC too hard? I think some people may feel discouraged from using summons because they see content creators do it without summons. The way that I look at it, it's rough. It's rough because people have been playing without summons and they don't want to. Sorry. They don't want to use summons. But the summons are there. Miyazaki uses summons when he plays the game. At a certain point, can they not balance with summons in mind if that's what they want to do? Is that not fair? All about the skill. People did no hit runs on him since day one. Summons are part of the game. Why restrict it? Because a lot of people don't feel that summons provide an adequate challenge. Though to be honest, I don't know how many people tried using summons before complaining about that. Oh yeah, the lady who is playing two screens, one of them on a DDR mat and the other one with a controller. And then there's the lady who beat it with only one hand without summons. My experience is the game is as hard as you decide to play it. Yeah. Yes, if you play the traditional way. No, if you use all. Yeah, I think that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to have the summons there. And I understand you don't want to have the summons there, but at the same time, that's just going to make things harder. I think, considering the amount of summons they put into the DLC, I think that this game, this DLC, is very much balanced around summons. I genuinely feel like the bosses in the DLC are balanced around summons. And players who get through without summons are players of exceptional skill. Or with a really powerful build. But whatever. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever beaten Malenia solo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Pretty sure I've always used Mimicter on Malenia. Real frustration is not about the difficulty, it's about the way we're meant to play the game versus the way one probably wants. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. People don't want to use the summons because they want to do the 1v1 thing, and I understand. But I still think that the game is balanced around summons, so, you know. Summons are so cool, makes the fight less fun for me, worse dance with the bosses. I find it interesting that a lot of people say that summons instantly make things easier, when I kind of feel that in certain situations, depending on your skill level, summons might actually make things a little bit harder because the boss now might just swap targets midway through his combos. Not sure if you guys have seen that, but bosses can actually swap targets midway through combos now. Like they can be in the middle of a combo and suddenly swap to you, and then in the middle of that same combo swap back to the minion or something. They get very erratic. Is there some unwritten rule you can't use summons? For some people, yes. Oh yeah, like, listen. When I got to Melania, I thought Melania was so hard that not only I used summons, I tailored my mimic. I tailored my mimic because basically I would have one hammer that would have Prayerful Strike. So I would equip that before summoning the mimic, and then I would equip the hammer that I was actually using so that the mimic would heal himself to survive the fight. And that's how I beat her. And even then, it still took me a long-ass time. Micah T, thank you very much for the souls. Tip of the hat. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Not to brag about it, but I beat leukemia first try, no summons. Congratulations, dude. That's a fucking win. Wait, what do you mean you beat leukemia with no summons? I bet you summoned a doctor. Did you not summon a doctor? Or maybe the doctor summoned you. But anyways, congratulations, dude. Good job. I'm happy for you. Had Melania lock on her waterfall on me and she switched to my friend at the last second. Yep. I think the summons argument is pointless. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've kind of given up engaging as much with the argument. Like, I'll speak about it, but I think that even you guys in my audience are tired of hearing me talk about it because it's always the same talking points. I prefer just enjoying the game, and it's actually, this is one of the things that has been bothering me over the last couple of days, which is, for instance, you guys remember, you know, we played Starfield, and like I said, I recognize Starfield has a ton of flaws. I've mentioned a bunch of them, and a lot of problems that even I have with Starfield, right? But at the end of the day, I still enjoyed my one playthrough of Starfield. Like, I had fun. It wasn't perfect, has a lot of issues, all of that. But the fantasy of being able to make my own spaceship, fly around space with it, the way in which they did space combat, you know, doing a couple of quests here and there, whatever. The game has issues. I still enjoyed a bit of Starfield. And people gave me shit over enjoying Starfield, and I'm like, okay, I can accept that. Okay, I'm like, all right, fine. I'll take whatever criticism you want to throw my way because I enjoyed Starfield because it's a very flawed game, so you can almost consider that a guilty pleasure or something like that, whatever the fuck, right? So I take that, that's no problem. But when people come at me because I enjoyed Shadow of the Erdtree, and you guys might be like, no, there's no way. Go check my comment sections. The amount of people that have told me that I went soft because I didn't criticize From Software on their boss design, it was insane. The amount of people that told me that I went soft because I enjoyed the exploration on the game, which I even talked with Ratatosker because I was hoping, okay, maybe Ratatosker doesn't like it since he seems to be a little bit more critical on that, but he enjoyed it too. So it's like, I enjoyed exploration in Shadow of the Erdtree. And there's a bunch of people telling me that, like, you can't see flaws in the game. And it's like, no, I can see flaws in the game. I don't think exploration was one of them. I don't agree. But the amount of shit that I've gotten because I liked Shadow of the Erdtree has been insane. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of shit over Shadow of the Erdtree. And that has been very surprising to me because I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I had a blast. I had a blast playing the DLC. I enjoyed the crap out of it. I enjoyed DLC exploration more than in the base game. Me too! It's been weird. It feels like people want to find negative things on everything. It's not even like whether or not something is good or bad. It's like, no, we need to find the bad. We need to find where there's bad. And if there isn't, we need to make some. And it's a strange way of going through video games. Because I've always enjoyed video games, even video games that are not perfect. But I don't know. I feel like people have been incredibly harsh. The Shadow of the Erdtree. Anyway, let's see what this article says here from Kotaku. If Shadow of the Erdtree final boss feels like bullshit, it's because it kind of is. Okay. Elden Ring Dawn is ushering in the return of Dark Souls 2 notorious as hitboxes. That's a bold fucking claim, Timmy. Let's see where he takes it. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree ends on a real motherfucker. You put a face cam on this man, he'd be featured on the video we watched earlier. Ends on a real motherfucker of a boss. Seasoned and novice players alike have mostly loved the journey featured in the expansion to 2022's biggest game, but a decent few are split on the very final boss and how fair it is. Honestly, it's kind of bullshit. At the very end of the DLC, players are tasked with fighting Radahn. Returning, no spoiler warning, no nothing. It's Radahn. It's like, boom, right there. Don't give a fuck. It's the final boss. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Okay, that's fair, I guess. Players are tasked with fighting Radahn, a returning boss character from Elden Ring's base game, much like he was in that initial encounter. Radahn's an imposing figure who towers over you and wields weapons so massive they'd make an NBA player feel small. He looks like he hits hard as hell and somehow manages to hit even harder. Radahn is not a joke. I have to question, okay, he does hit hard, but I have to question how many people are going in with just offensive talismans. I have to question that. How many people are going in specifically with only offensive talismans, like not a single defensive talisman? Because you can make him not hit that hard. You can make him hit a lot softer if you work in a little bit of defense. Fans from Software's deep catalog of punishing RPGs have likely come to expect bosses like Radahn from the expansions to these games. One of the hardest bosses in the original Dark Souls was Artorias of the Abyss, who was added to the game in their eponymous DLC. In my opinion, the most riveting fight in Dark Souls 3 is that against Slave Knight Jail at the end of his DLC, the Ringed City. Bloodborne's best fight is one of Software's best encounters ever is the Orphan of Cause at the end of its Old Hunters expansion. From Software expansions have always provided some of the very best fights found in these games, not to mention some of the most difficult. Radahn, however, is seemingly on another level. It's not really a matter of him being too technically demanding. His difficulty seems to stem from the fact that he's straight up unfair. Okay? Why? Radahn's busted nature has everything to do with his horrendous hitboxes. Are his hitboxes so bad? Those who may not know can best be thought of as an aura around... Okay, so he's explaining the concept of hitboxes. When a hitbox on one character collides with that of another, it informs the game that a hit is connected. On the Elden Ring subreddit, some shared a video of their fight against Radahn, paused it to highlight how they had taken damage before a swing. Wait a minute. Do they show the video in full? No. I would like to see the video without the pause. But it is possible. Wonder if this is PlayStation or... Is there a way for us to identify the console this is on? Pants are tarnished, check hole required ahead, angrily gives up vote. Luckily I was already wearing soiled. Who's the OP? Darvos. I haven't noticed this personally, but I'm not pausing it to see that type of detail. Due to Radahn's immense hitbox, and theirs isn't the only story like that, elsewhere players are taking damage in the middle of an otherwise perfect dodge roll. It's a lingering hitbox. You're not getting hit. You're not getting hit by the swing. You're getting hit by the lingering hitbox. The move is a follow-up to the scooper. Once you get flung in the air, you get iframes. The second hit wouldn't connect. At least as far as I'm aware, that's what's happening, right? He's getting hit by the ground. Because you can see that he rolls through the attack, but then there's an explosion afterwards that you can see right here, and he's getting hit. This one I feel like is fair. The other one feels a little bit wonky, but this one I think is fine. Catching strays from a stomp attack while clearly standing outside of its area effect. Radahn is unfair for a number of reasons. What do you mean catching strays from a stomp? Do we have an example of this? Or is it just source trust me? The only good example in here is this. Radahn's unfair for a number of reasons, including some unpredictable and seemingly undodgeable attacks. People have no-hit it. The fact that he can deal damage in places he shouldn't is probably a step too far. Some players have taken to calling this the return of Dark Souls 2 hitboxes. That's a gross exaggeration. Listen, anybody who's fought the Ancient Dragon knows about these fucking bad hitboxes, which are notably egregious. In response to one of the aforementioned Reddit posts, the user joked, "Close enough, welcome back, Dark Souls 2 hitboxes," while another dubbed DLC scholar of the Erdtree. Oh, but I could sit here and try to regale... Okay,
Lindos, é meio caminho andado.
yeah, it's just... What was that? You didn't have enough adaptability, my dude. Time to level up adaptability. I mean, yeah, we all know Dark Souls 2 hitboxes are bad. Yes. What's funny is that upon release, Elden Ring was actually acclaimed for some of the ways which is nakedly similar to Dark Souls 2. Some saw New Game as triumphant reclamation of the tenets who buried the older tepid reception, such as power stancing. Many see... that was a mosquito. Many see Elden Ring as Dark Souls 2's big brother of sorts, or like a spiritual successor to the black sheep of the Souls games. It's hilarious to see the comparison finally invoked in a negative way. Radahn doesn't appear to be alone in this unfairness either. Other players seem to have pieced together that quite a few boxes benefit from unfair advantage of excessive generous hitboxes, including Mesmer Snake and Rolana, who at one point does a sweeping sword attack that apparently generates a hitbox across the arena before the swing has even come out. Radahn in particular has a certain set of players asking for From Software to balance the fight in their favor, which is ironic. Elden Ring launch, Radahn's boss fight was out criticized for this difficulty. I think that years from now, people will be like, nah. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This was just an article about Lyndon, the dude who does Egon's voice. I walked into a recording studio. There were at least 12 or 15 people in the room. Lyndon recalls mystery that Taka Miyazaki was there, so we shook hands, but he largely didn't communicate with me in English. Of course, he's Japanese. Other people did. A man called Adam Chapman, who was the voice director on the piece for me, works with a company called Fire Poets. I want to sing his praises just for a moment or two because it's quite intimidating when you walk into that room and there's clearly a god of gaming world there. Now, I'm not entirely stupid, but I had not heard of Mr. Miyazaki before. I didn't know the game, and I didn't know the status of the game. I didn't know his status, but when I walked in the room, his status was very clear immediately. Everyone was very friendly, but at the same time, I could see that this was a bigger deal than I'd imagined it was going to be. Adam, to his immense credit, took me under his wing and said, look, this is what they're going to look for. This is what you need to do. Be open to moving in different ways with the character. No one's quite sure what they're going to end up with, but it's a journey that we go on together. Linton was there to record the role of Egon, new character added in Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree. Has become a beloved community icon thanks to Linton's performance. Who here likes Egon? Who likes Egon, dude? Curse you, Bale! The monologue begins. I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, the true Thake warrior and I, Egon, your fears made flesh. Solid of scale you may be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide, with a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being. While the Elden Ring community has made dozens of memes of Egon, Bale, and the above monologue, until I spoke to him last week, Linton was largely unaware of how much the fans adored his performance. In fact, he hadn't even seen the final cut of his monologue. He didn't even care! He just delivered that, and it was like, yep, here you go. It's all good. See you guys in the next project, all right? He didn't even care. What a fucking Chad, dude. The absolute Chadness of this man. Didn't know what his character Egon looked like and had absolutely no clue why he was so pissed off at this Bale fellow. All he knew was that his experience performing in Shadow of the Erdtree was one of the most intense and unusual roles in his acting career. Richard Charles Linton's an English actor with a robust resume across film, TV, and theater. He's perhaps best known for his work at the English National Theatre and the Royal Shakespeare Company and on TV as Thomas Chamberlain in BBC series Silent Witness. He's also no stranger to voice acting, having taken on numerous roles over the past decade, but Elden Ring was his very first time performing in a video game. I had never engaged or been used or tried to be used or even thought of myself as a possibility for use in voice work in the gaming world. And once you open that door, it's been a real revelation for me, actually. I've been astonished about how worldwide it is, how enormous it is. I'd kind of imagined that the world of TV and film and theater was the largest grossing or most important or whatever. My eyes have been opened, not even by the work on Elden Ring, but by the response to it and the scope of the reach and the contact that these stories, these worlds have with people all over the world has been a real revelation for me. And really, really interesting. But yeah. A little bit more. I would perform one of the lines he recalls, and then there would be quite extensive conversation between Mr. Miyazaki and various other people around him in the room. Largely, I think the way things worked was one of the other people would then speak to Adam and explain what direction Mr. Miyazaki wanted to move in, but he, the mysterious figure in the center of the room, was very much in control of the entire operation. Bro, even for something as just, you know, Miyazaki is in there fucking voice directing Egon, which is a side character some people might even not even run into. I remember thinking when I left, A, I'm exhausted. That's never happened to me before. My voice is wrecked. I'm physically exhausted and emotionally exhausted as well as B. That was quite an experience. There were a lot of people in there. We were doing lines hundreds of times, literally hundreds, because I was there for 5 hours. The actual total amount of lines that I spoke could have been done in 7 minutes. Jesus Christ. At this point in our interview, Lintern asked me to explain his character to him. Who he was and how the player interacted with him. I explained that Egon is an NPC the player meets by a roadside, who is clearly in great agony when he's encountered. Unfortunately, there's not much the player can do about Egon's pain. You can't heal me? You can't give me water? Sorry, Mr. Lintern, no. In subsequent encounters, it becomes clear that Egon is absolutely furious with a character named Bale. The player will eventually learn from other sources that Bale is a massive dragon, not just any dragon. He's widely regarded as the absolute worst dragon, one that even the other dragons loathe. Egon, a guy who kills dragons and eats their hearts for a living, really wants to eat Bale's heart, but when we meet him, he's already tried and failed, with Bale leaving him injured, agonized, and near dead. When Egon sees the player is capable of killing dragons, he softens his lot with them in hopes of getting revenge. It's basically Captain Ahab and Moby Dick, with Egon's monologue giving the big off, from Hell's Heart I stab at the energy. Egon even uses a harpoon in battle. Lintern appreciates the comparison. A quest of the soul, a quest of morality and strength and pain and terror and doom, he observes. And an enemy that is so huge you can't even comprehend it, but for some reason the bravery of the individual comes through and manages to triumph over it. Or this is the other thing I remember feeling rather foolish at one point. About an hour or two in, there was one line where I said something like, "You are defeated. I triumph over you." And the next line of the piece of paper was, "So you have defeated me." And I remember saying something like, I think there's a mistake on the script here, because one minute he wins, the next minute he loses. He really didn't have a concept of what they were doing. There was an awkward pause on the other side of the screen. Eventually someone came back to me saying, "It's a video game, Richard. Sometimes you defeat the beast and sometimes the beat defeats you. We need both options." I hadn't thought about that. I eventually show him images of Egon. I look like a kind of broken down scarecrow kind of guy. Tell me they read the description of his armor and the enormous Bale. Bale elicits quite the reaction from Lintern. "How on earth do you fight alongside me? How does that work?" I explain Elden Ring's boss fights and its summon system that allows us to fight alongside Egon, but Lintern remains impressed anyone can beat such a massive dragon, even with Egon and all his harpoons at their side. "Man literally too angry to die. Curse you, Bale." "Man literally too angry to die," he reads. Is that me? That's genius. I'm not the only one who's been showing Lintern Egon memes. He tells me his son keeps sending references and asking him what "curse you, Bale" means. But up until now, Lintern hasn't had an helpful answer. Lintern tells me he knows better than to name search himself online, but between his agent and his son, he's seen enough positive feedback to know his role was well received. He's certainly up for more video game roles in the future, he says, even if the intensity level is similarly dialed up to 5,000. I think that's what he excels at. I remember thinking for quite a few days afterwards that was quite an intense experience. It was very mysterious. Mr. Miyazaki was a very mysterious character, but it was enjoyable. It felt creative and it felt engaged. I didn't quite know what I was doing, but I knew that I had fun doing it. Put it that way. That's really cool. But if they read him the description of the armor, where it basically just says that he's wearing trash, that's funny. Oh man. Hey, dear gamer, how you doing, buddy? I know you've already seen the presentation for Monster Hunter Wilds behind closed doors, dude. I know you've already seen that one. I'm gonna play it though. I'm gonna go to Gamescom and I'll play it. Yeah. Are you going to Gamescom? Egon ain't an NPC, he's the main character who summons the NPC Tarnished in his quest to kill Bale. True. Let me get a snack in. Although before we do that, let's shout out the Longbeards. Shout out the Longbeards. Longbeards, you Giga Chads, thank you all very much for the support. Shout out to James Cheek 7507, Devin Widener, Astron RH, KJ Plays, Sherlock Para, Mitaku, Philip Grubham, ESS99, Colbrick, C Manta, Luis Rosa, Slam Iron, Khalid Salih, Red Pig Bank, Rambo the Nerd, Saphirian, John Coombs, Pega83, Lord Snake, Pizza Man Invaded, Niz and Jamal, Angry Scott's Dad 23, LXS, Robert 396, and Shelby Necco. Thank you all very much, you Giga Chads, and everyone that supports me through the membership. Tip of the hat. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me grab my snack now. I've given my shoutouts. I get to have a snack, right? That's how this works. I give the shoutouts and I get the snack. So in here they're saying Shadow of the Erdtree progression issues could do with a bit of Nintendo magic. The Legend of Mesmer. I love Shadow of the Erdtree, varied spectacular environments, some dungeons convincingly integrated through the world design, map is a whole puzzle to solve, visual style, emerging into each area is framed like a Renaissance painting of a post-battle autumnal dreamscape. Elden Ring DLC has a problem with progression. It's a problem some inspiration from Nintendo could solve. Okay, what is the problem? Since its release, most of Dark Souls Erdtree discourse focused on difficulty. That's to be expected for Souls games, but really the perceived challenge is exacerbated by the DLC's new Shadow Realm Blessing progression system, which limits player agency in favor of a singular mission. Okay, he's going to be complaining about the skibbity fragments. Raising your Shadow Tree blessings feels almost entirely necessary for first-time players. What do you mean almost entirely necessary? It is necessary. It's mandatory. Oh, man. I'm sorry you're not going, dude. Be awesome to meet up. But yeah, this is mandatory. You have to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Arbitrary MacGuffin hunt? It's not. I feel like it's not that hard to find them. Hero's Path feature from Breath of the Wild. Oh, he couldn't remember where he had been and what he had explored. I don't know. Here's the thing. If you're the type of player that rushes the DLC to go fight the bosses, I just feel like this game is not really tailor-made for that type of playstyle. Now Sean Murray made a guy out of Earth emojis? Bro, what the hell? Really, bro? Really, bro? Wait, has he been posting a bunch of these? No, it's just one. Really, Sean Murray? This is how you're gonna do us, dude? Look at this guy. This fucking guy. And why is he a cowboy? Why is he a cowboy? Why does he have a cowboy hat? You know what? I'm reposting it. Fuck it. There you go, Sean. There you go. There's your engagement, you fucking farmer. Sitting over there with your pitchfork farming me. Not answering my emails. I don't know. This one is one of those things that, like, I understand the previous games were different, but it's like, at the same time, we can't expect every game to be the next Dark Souls. That's why I called this one Elden Ring, because it's not the next Dark Souls. It is the best emoji, Dark Hero, I do agree. Maybe it's because you tweeted a planet. Yes, that's exactly it. I need to go ask Fightin' Cowboy why is Sean Murray tweeting planets with his emoji. So this is something that has been going down with the Manor Lords game. I haven't played Manor Lords. I've heard good things, but people started saying that the game was dying. An early access game that's made by like a very small team. I think it might even just be one guy. And people are like, oh my god, it's dying. Look, there's not that many people playing it anymore because everything is about the wars of the concurrent players nowadays. And it's like, this is a single player game. It doesn't need an army of concurrent players. So, what's the big deal? Publisher Manor Lords Hooded Horse has been at the center of a recent discussion concerning indie developers and the difficulties of early access. Earlier in the week, Hooded Horse CEO Tim Bender got into a debate with Hinterland CEO Raphael van Lierop, who called Manor Lords a pretty interesting case study in the pitfalls of early access. While that argument has since been settled, Bender has continued to stress both his and Hooded Horse support for the devs on their roster. Sustainability is something we think about a lot, but usually we think about it in relation to developers. In fact, as Hooded Horse is predominantly owned by individuals with a majority of shares sitting with Bender and his wife, the publisher can be more relaxed when it comes to demanding endless growth or relentless updates on profits. In fact, Manor Lords released into early access. Bender previously discussed in a LinkedIn post how he tried to help the developer Greg Slavic Magic Steitzen prepare for harsh criticisms. I told him that after release he was going to hear from all sorts of commenters talking about missed opportunities and how he failed to grow as fast as they wanted. Because of this lack of pressure on developers to grow and perform, Bender says that Hooded Horse doesn't really have a perpetual growth goal. We don't have pressure financially, and we've been lucky enough to work with such great developers and to produce such great games even before Manor Lords were fully sustainable financially based on the wonderful games those developers have made. So as a consequence, we don't have to worry about sustainability, I think. But we're very focused on what's more important, which is developer sustainability, because there are publishing agreements where the publisher gets all the revenue at first until they recoup their investment, and only does the developer start to get any share. That's very common in the industry, and from the beginning we didn't want to do that. Our preferred arrangement is just flat percentage splits. This approach usually means that Hooded Horse doesn't need every game to be outrageously successful like Manor Lords. That's nothing new for publishers with diverse portfolios. One can go a little badly. One can go a little better. The two cancel out there. But the same can't be said for developers. It might be that if a game does a little worse, and there was some money spent on it, now the publisher gets to take back whatever they put in before the developer gets $1. Bender says that could mean developers not getting paid and certainly not having the cash to release after release to keep staff around. To avoid layoffs, continue developing, improving game, help recover from wherever stumble happened at launch. There's no one formula for supporting a developer in their project, but in Bender's opinion, it's all about living up to the obligations of what you promised those developers when they trusted their game to you. When it comes to choosing which publishers devs want to go with, the factor that Bender feels is crucial above all else is trust, because you shouldn't bank on being the next viral hit. I agree. I really like the way that this developer's been handling this publisher's been handling this criticism, because it shows that they actually care about the developers themselves. Rurikhan, do you think they'd ever make a remake of Dark Souls 1 but actually make it finished and probably exactly how they wanted? No. Miyazaki is a forward-looking guy. He's looking towards his next project, not the previous ones that he's already done. That project's done. It's over. Oh man, this next topic we got to really pop off. As a matter of fact, I should move this over here for after that. I thought Elden Ring is called like that because of J.R.R. Martin, otherwise it would be Dark Souls 4. No. I even think that the only reason there was a Dark Souls 3 is because Miyazaki didn't want Dark Souls 2 to be the last Dark Souls. So it was like, nah, I'm coming in to fix that shit. Dark Souls 1 is outdated? No, it's not. Dark Souls 1 is not outdated at all. I could play it right now. Bastard, you know all the pressure points, don't you? You know exactly which buttons to push to get a reaction out of me. That is very dangerous. You guys are getting to know me a little bit too much. That's what you get for giving me PTSD, Ruri. Julie, you want to talk about PTSD? Listen. I want you to remember that when we finish that stream, the 4.5 million runes, the ones giving you the PTSD, you remember those, right, Julie? The 4.5 million runes, the ones you're so obsessed about? They're still in the boss room. I just want you to keep that thought in your head. Oh, I have too much fun. I have too much fun with this, dude. It's so much fun. Oh, man. This is great. So, got an article here from Forbes. The Division 2 deletes Diablo 4 seasonal character idea after player revolt. So apparently, the Division 2 is planning on doing resets on their characters. This is like the ultimate form of engagement farming from a player base. Is like, well, just delete your character. You love leveling up your character all over again. You love it. Now understand, just because this is something that has been done in action RPGs, mostly I think because of Diablo 2, because that's how Diablo 2 used to do it. Be like, oh, new season launch, everybody has to, create a new character to jump into the new season, and sometimes they would add a couple of bonus things and whatnot. Diablo 3 definitely did the fuck out of that. And, to some extent in those games it can be interesting, but like in Division 2, bro, in Division 2, that makes no fucking sense. You are absolutely insane. This was just, again, Ubisoft going in and being like, hey, how do we get people to spend more time on our live service game? Hey, I got an idea. Let's delete their characters. What? I mean, it's not really delete their characters, but like, let's have them have to make new characters in order to join in on the season, and then they'll have to play. Then they will have to play the game. It's completely ridiculous. Back when I played Diablo 4, back when Diablo 4 came out, I got a lot of flack from Diablo vets saying I wish Eternal Realm characters could participate in the seasons in some capacity rather than being left behind. That's not how it works, everyone said, and while I have come around on that now, introducing that concept to a game that didn't have it for years is a problem. Enter The Division 2. A month ago, Ubisoft announced future seasons of Division 2 would switch to a seasonal character model, meaning you start fresh, level up, gear up, participate in season-specific activities. In the history of Division 1 and 2, there's never been anything like this, and it did not sound great. Now it's being walked back. Ubisoft absorbed the immediate pushback and tried to write a long FAQ addressing concerns, which included explanations like, the main idea behind Seasons 2.0 is to break away from the current repetitive seasonal model by transforming the entire experience with the main characters. We need to consider various progression and power points, making it nearly impossible to create a well-balanced experience that is enjoyable for all. Starting all players at level 1 ensures that we have a clear understanding of where they are in their progression journey when faced with specific challenges, but it's simply in order to craft challenges with precision, we need a fresh start. So what they're saying is, we didn't plan ahead to make this game into a live service. We just kind of like ham-fisted the live service portion into the game, and now we don't know what to do. We can't figure it out. It's like, yeah, it's almost like you rushed this bitch out just to have a fucking live service game. It's almost like that's what you guys do. They said progression will be sped up, and your main character will also be able to join in the last 2 weeks in a given season to farm things. You do also do not have to complete the entire campaign again. Favorite question they post themselves in the FAQs is, what is the point of keeping your main character if you can't use them for 90% of future content coming to the game? The answer to that was that both types of characters will have meaningful roles, with main characters still given ultimate priority. Okay, but after a month no one was biting, and now the idea has been scrapped altogether. They did an apology game delay style text image on Twitter to relay this. These are so typical. We hear you want to assure that we have carefully considered your feedback after the announcement of Season 2.0. After thorough examination and discussions with the team, we've decided to reevaluate Season 2.0 with particular attention to seasonal characters with the goal of progressing without them. This change will not impact the previously announced Year 6 plans, but will require us to assess the changes necessary to the new seasonal experience, which will be integrated with Year 6 Season 2 this fall. Once we have the finer details, we'll return with more information, a live stream, and the PTS. There's no doubt delay plans the original season for doing this way. This was what they said the game was becoming impossible to balance, and it was difficult to keep progression alive, but they're going to try to do it somehow. You need a number crunch. It's pretty clear what the problem here is, and you just can't change an established system like this on a dime. Division 2 players have likely been using their same slate of characters since 2019 when the game was released. Through thick and thin, through substantive seasons and sparse ones, this is far different than Diablo, which had eons of seasonal character systems in place for Diablo 3, so no one was shocked when it was still in place for Diablo 4 with few changes. Even if the explanation of the Division was that main character would still be able to make some progress, it's pretty easy to understand why players rebelled against the idea, but I'm certainly wondering how exactly this alters plans. It's interesting because it's almost like, see, when people ask me why I wouldn't want Monster Hunter to be a live service game, it's because of things like this. I want the team to work on something and then make something new. Because once you iterate on a game for long enough, it starts getting pretty stale. That's the problem. No, they didn't have Diablo characters in this game. They're probably testing mechanics they said after Star Wars launch. They're going to make Division 3. Star Wars, that's another one. But yeah, another interesting thing is another live service bites the dust as Tencent shuts down free-to-play flop Synced a year after launch. Chinese Megacorp has announced plans to shut down Sync just a year after his launch, signaling the end of another live service game in this increasingly competitive genre. Sync is a free-to-play co-op shooter developed by Next Studios and published by Level Infinite, Tencent's global game. I didn't even know about this game. And a note to the players who remain, Tencent said Sync will be retired this September, a year after launch. Servers go dark September 9th, 2024. Remains playable until then. Tencent said may retain some personal information for a period of time after this date. The reason we may store information is to be able to meet our obligations to you and other parties. If you choose to exercise your data subject rights applicable, such as the right to request access to personal information we hold about you, we'll be able to respond to your request. In addition, it may be legally required to retain certain information about your transactions in Sync for a prescribed period.
Is this the end or the beginning?
Wait, I think I remember seeing this trailer.
The answer is always that it is both. Creature.
This isn't a collapse, okay? I don't want to hear that liberal gobbledygook. This is a war, and we can win it.
You're our best line of defense. This is our chance at victory, and all of Haven stands.
I think I remember seeing this and going like, it doesn't look good. Looks like I was right. Didn't even last a year. This is the future of a lot of live service games that are coming out right now. They'll last for a year and then they'll get deleted. People need to learn that not everything needs to be a live service game. This would probably be fine as like a standard 4-player co-op game. But that's not enough because they need all of the money. They want all of the money. That's how that works. What is Tencent? You've really never heard of Tencent? Tencent's like one of the biggest players in the gaming industry. Probably, if you say the name of a studio, Tencent probably has a share in that studio. It might be a small share, like 2%, 5%, or it might be a big share, like 30 to 40. But Tencent is basically like a Chinese mega corporation that has their fingers in all of the gaming pots that you can possibly imagine. I believe they even have a stake in From Software, don't they? Tencent From Software. Yeah, Tencent and Sony acquire 30% of Elden Ring maker. Yep. So see, they even have a part in From Software. I don't know if they have anything in Capcom, do they? Capcom is partnering with Tencent's Timmy. So it's like pretty much any studio that you can think of probably has something with Tencent, like Tencent EA. Tencent partners with Mercedes-Benz and Electronic Arts. Every game company that Tencent is invested in. This is just in 2020. So Riot Games, Epic Games, Bluehole, Ubisoft, Activision Blizzard, Grinding Gear Games. They own 80% of Grinding Gear Games. The guys who make Path of Exile. Supercell, Platinum Games, Jaeger, Frontier Developments, Kakao, Paradox Interactive, Fat Shark, Funcom, Shark Mob, Discord. There's more. There's way more, because this is like a list from 4 years ago. But even back then, there was still more. So Tencent is embedded into pretty much fucking everything. Capcom made a game with Tencent called Monster Hunter Online. Really, I wasn't aware of that. Thank you very much for the souls, Lord Snake. Tip of the hat. Appreciate support. Doesn't Tencent sort of have a hands-off approach for games they got, like, shares in? I don't know. When's your trip to Gamescom? 20th of August. leaving for Gamescom on the 20th of August. But yeah, basically that's another live service game that bites the dust, and we're going to be seeing a lot more other live service games join in for sure. So, another bit of news in regards to Final Fantasy XIV. Yoshi P is just as confused about Final Fantasy XIV players being horny for a two-headed lizard as I am. I never would have guessed this. Have you guys seen the one? I saw a tweet at some point where there's like a picture of, this is Bakul Jaja. He's a character in 14. And I seen a picture of Bakul Jaja, and then there's a girl with two corn dogs. Bro. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, dude. By some miracle, I successfully went the entire Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail without wanting to bone the giant two-headed lizard man Bakul Jaja. Surprising feat considering just how many players seem to be down bad for him. Oh, there's a link. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Follow Bakul Jaja's baby girl on X. That's oomph. Oli based. Holy narcs call it X. Why does Bakul Jaja call you baby girl? Kotaku mentioned them in an article. He can Bakul my jat. Bro, he can Bakul my Jaja? That's a bit much. There's one of him being milked, which I don't want to link here because it means I'm gonna have to look at it again. Oh my god. Oh man. This feels more than his buff stature or implied twin genitalia like the biggest contributing factor. Oh my god. Yep. Yep, this is gonna be, yep. Yoshi P is gonna have to deal with this. Yoshi P on Bakul Jaja's newfound popularity. I would have never guessed this. The entire dev team was like, oh? Bakul Jaja voice actor Javier Pruski even joined in on the discussion, replying to Audrey's tweet to say, I mean, I'm not mad at it though, adding, it is a pleasure voicing him, and a pleasure knowing others find pleasure interacting with him. Bro, this is, yeah. This is fucking, he can basil my goose. Oh my god. This is, yeah, this is strange. Anyway. Stop what you're doing. Our first look at Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred's new Spiritborn class is coming this week. Oh, fuck. I thought you actually had something. Fuck you, man. I thought I was actually going to see it. No, I'm not. Get away. So apparently, a full build of Space Marine 2 as leaked online almost 2 months before the release of the game. This fucking sucks. There's no other way to look at it. It fucking sucks. Imagine that you're like in this dev team and you're like, oh shit, There's a bunch of pirates already playing our game. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. An unpolished version of our game. A crappier version of the product that we're working on. It's messed up, dude. Apparently people are even posting it on YouTube, so be careful. It has gone gold. Yeah, but the version that they got is from the 20th of June. The game went gold on July 9th. So it's not quite the final version, but it's close. Do you have any tips for Remnant 2? I'm getting it on... What? On PS today. Just enjoy it. Play it blind. Don't look up guides or anything like that. Just play it blind and enjoy it. I don't really have that many tips. Just play it. And then after you do your first run, then start looking stuff up, because then you're going to see just how much bigger everything is. But my biggest tip would be play your first run blind. And also, don't hesitate to do co-op with friends, because the game is very much balanced for co-op if you choose to engage in that. You can do it solo, but if you do it in co-op, it's also a lot of fun. But yeah, this leaked. It fucking sucks. I hate seeing stuff like this because, you know, I'm also interested in playing Space Marine 2, and I don't like seeing developers get screwed out like this. It is what it is. And then apparently BioWare teases full nudity for Dragon Age the Veilguard. You guys know what that means. When we play that game, it's going to be Dwarven Schlong. It's Dwarven Schlong time. BioWare games feature implicit nudity and sex scenes, as fans of the likes of Mass Effect and Dragon Age know well, but it sounds like upcoming action role-playing game Dragon Age the Veilguard will take BioWare romance to a whole new level. Confirmed topless nudity in Dragon... Do you guys remember how ridiculous it was in Dragon Age Origins? Like, let me show you guys. The name of the witch was Morrigan, right? Morrigan, Dragon Age. Do we have like a bust picture of her? By bust, I just mean like... Yeah, like this. Okay? Wait, this is wrong? What the fuck? When did they add this? When did they add this? She didn't have this. She didn't have a bikini. It's always been there. I can guarantee you it's not. She didn't used to have a bikini at all. But anyway. It was interesting. That's Inquisition. Wait, then where is she in Origins? She didn't have it in Origins, that much I know. Don't you be trying to fucking gaslight me. Confusing it with concept art. But anyway, the point was that, so in the romance scenes with Morrigan, where she's wearing this most of the time, whenever you would actually go to romance her, don't worry, because she would get like one of those medieval bandage type bras that would actually cover more of her boobs. So it's like, just to be sure, when you guys are having sex, she's going to cover her boobs more, because that makes sense. That was so hilarious to me the first time I saw that. I was like, bro, what the fuck? That was a weird thing. But then you had that monster, that disgusting monster-looking thing that had 6 tits, and those were shown. And I was like, oh, I get it. So we get to see the nasty tits, but we can't see the good breasts. We get to see the titties on this disgusting monster, but you can't see the breasts of Morrigan. I always thought that was so weird. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting because she puts on the additional clothing thing for the romance scenes. Anyway, Game Informer confirmed topless nudity in Dragon Age The Veilguard character creator, which lets players customize their version of protagonist Rook. Veilguard game director Corinne Bush wouldn't go as far as to confirm this also means topless nudity features elsewhere in the game, but it very much sounds like that's what players can expect. This is a mature RPG, Bush teased. You could have fooled us, it looks like Fortnite. BioWare remained tight-lipped about if Dragon Age Veilguard also features bottom nudity, insisting that it wants fans to find out for themselves, no doubt in romance scenes with the various party members. There are obvious parallels to be made between the Veilguard and last year's critical darling Baldur's Gate 3. The latter became known not only for its deep romances, like in the Veilguard Baldur's Gate 3, player characters can romance any companion regardless of gender or race, but also for its sex scenes, including one involving a wild shaping druid that went viral. Speaking to IGN last month, Bush said how sexually explicit the scenes are varies between characters. Some of them are more spicy than others. Just like real life, our companions have such diverse personalities. Some of them are more physical, more aggressive, and some of them are more... We have a gentleman necromancer, for instance, that is more intimate and sensual. BioWare has confirmed the Veilguard will let you play as a human, elf, dwarf, or Kunari. There are 7 companions: Harding Scout, Davrin Grey Warden, Balara, Tash, Lucantis, Emric, and Nev. Veilguard launches 10 years after... I'm sorry. Every time I think of Nev, I just remember she has a peg leg. I'm sorry, it's weird. I'm lost. 15 years for this game Origins. Last month, BioWare fully revealed Veilguard alongside its new name, new info, and the character creator extended look at gameplay as part of a Summer Game Fest footage. We're able to learn a lot about how the Veilguard will handle romance and player choice. That is to say, strip naked, baby! Stellar Blade gets slammed, meanwhile BioWare declares nudity. I don't know, dude. It's weird. It's weird. That's why I'm not against nudity. I think that nudity for an RPG that is going to feature relationships, yeah, hell's yeah. It should have it. It should be an option. I think there should definitely be a toggle that you can choose whether you want to have nudity or not. Why is that funny? Like she's a pirate. She looks like one. Gotta be honest with you, Rui, this game has so much wrong with it. This is just a desperate attempt at marketing. Oh, I know. I'm not gonna buy it. Like, the only way that I will play Dragon Age The Veilguard is if I'm able to get it through the EA creator program. Which I believe I'm still a part of. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I am. So I should be able to get it through the EA whatever creator thing. And that way you guys don't have to spend money. We can all check it out together. I'll do like a live stream. We'll see what it's all about and we'll draw our own conclusions. Rurikhan, can we all just admit that woke guard will be woke garbage and nothing more? I don't like judging games based on some arbitrary perceived wokeness level. I like to see it for myself and then figure out whether or not I feel like, okay, this is just straight up tokenizing or not. I judge every game on a game-by-game basis. That's the way that I look at things. Painting things with too wide of a brush is a problem that the internet has a tendency to do, and I personally don't like doing it. I get that they just confirmed nudity in the character creator, nothing more. Yeah, pretty much. But of course, you know, you gotta make articles on it. It is what it is. Horny wins, that's why I read. Since you said that, what's your thoughts on First Descendant? I haven't played First Descendant, but the reason I don't play First Descendant is because it's a Nexon game. So I know they're going to go dirty with the monetization. If it's not now, it's going to be at some point. And they've already shown now that they're already dirty with the monetization. And it's only going to get dirtier. So, yeah, I already know, because like I've played so many games that do what the First Descendant does, so I know exactly what to expect. I know for a fact I would have a blast for like the first 10, 20 hours of the game, and then I would resent it. So I just skip that part and I go straight to the resenting it. Trouble is, it wasn't just Veilguard, but a majority of the games from that expo. You mean Summer Game Fest? Will you play Wukong? You will play Wukong, right, Ruri? Like I was saying, because I'm going to Gamescom on the 20th of August, I don't know when I'll be able to play Wukong. It depends on when they send it to me, but knowing the PR agency that is working with that game, I'm like 90% sure that I'm not getting it early, like at the same time as media is getting it. So likely we will only play that at some point in September, I would imagine. That would be what I would expect for Wukong. Because after I get back from Gamescom, I'll probably want to talk a lot about Monster Hunter Wilds. So yeah. I loved playing it so far, that's why I asked. I value your opinion on stuff like that. Okay, so in regards to the First Descendant, the biggest problem with First Descendant is, again, it's Nexon, it's the publisher. Like, so right now you're playing and it feels fun because you're still in that, I'm assuming you're still in that beginning portion of the game, right? And it feels fun because the mechanics are going to be solid and it's going to be good. And that's fine. But I think that eventually you're going to hit a wall of progression. And that's when you're going to start thinking, oh, but if I pay this, then it makes more sense for me to pay than to actually grind, because the ratio of hours of grind to get this thing does not justify the $3 or $5 or whatever they want. And the moment the game has something like that, it's very hard for me to enjoy that game. That's why I personally am not going to check it out. But hey, if you're enjoying it, it's like, don't judge it based on me. Like, as long as you're having fun, play the crap out of it. That's what I say. Are you gonna try Once Human? Probably not. Honeymoon phase? Yeah. Been watching my friend play First Descendant. Doesn't look fun. I mean, a lot of people didn't think that Anthem looked fun, and I love playing Anthem. I thought Anthem was amazing. Xbox Showcase, out of all the games they had, 99% were woke. It was the wildest showcase ever. What? I'm sorry. Doom with a shotgun and a shield didn't really seem that woke to me. Expedition 33 looked pretty solid. I don't remember seeing that many woke markers on it. What was the other one? Because I actually saw quite a few games that I liked at that Xbox presentation. So we had Expedition 33 was awesome. Was Space Marine on there? I don't remember. Avowed, I think, looks interesting. Indiana Jones, I don't know if I'll play it, but it looked cool. Fable, I guess you can call that one. It looked that way. Perfect Dark, people are complaining about the way the character looks. It didn't really bother me that much, but I guess. But yeah, there were plenty of games in there that were cool. But anyway, guys, do remember, like I said, I'm going to be keeping it a little bit lighter over the next couple of days. On Thursday, we will be streaming Kunitsu-Gami. Actually, again, I don't know if it's Thursday or Friday. I think it's Thursday. But we're going to be streaming Kunitsu-Gami. And I'm probably going to try to get another podcast done or something, but I'm going to be big time chilling. And for those of you that were super pumped about Final Fantasy XIV on Twitch, that I'm probably going to be cutting that off. Sorry, my apologies. I only have one voice and I want to maintain it. And if it's straining me, I need to take it easy and save that voice for Gamescom and Monster Hunter Wilds coverage and all of that stuff. I hope you guys can understand. Guys, I love you all. Thank you all very much. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Stay strong. Stay safe. Peace out.